All right. Good evening. Good afternoon. My name is Angel Rivera, and this is Angel in the Afternoon. So we got a lot of people in the chat already. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Excuse my lateness. I've had technical difficulties as usual, or I was also late too, so I'm not going to sit here and lie. But then I had technical difficulties, so it took me even longer to start the show. So we're here though. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Great week. Yeah. So we have plenty of guests this week. So let me start off with Deconstructing Topics podcast. Hey David, how you doing? And also we have Alex Knight, Witchy Perfect, and Bill. So what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
What's
Hey,
going on?
Let's get it. Oh, we got the legendary. Hey, guess who? Guess who's back finally? Deconstructing is back at his home.
That's right.
I can't see the chat, so hi everybody in chat. I can't see you.
It's glitched over there. I see
Yeah.
it here, so you may have to probably reload in if you want
Oh,
to
let
see
me
the
do
chat.
that.
But
I'm gonna do that.
I'll let you back in if you when you reload in. So let's see. So we're gonna have plenty to talk about this week. The elections took place on Tuesday. I didn't vote in them.
I didn't vote.
I have. There's
Of
one in
course
New
you didn't
Jersey.
vote.
There was one
I
in New
voted.
Jersey. There was
Yo,
one
you
in
voted.
New Jersey. Philadelphia, I think, had an election, local one. New Jersey had the governor's race. Virginia had a governor's race. California had a Prop 50 case or voting for Prop 50. So the Democrats are allowed to basically change to redistrict everything now instead of waiting for the next census. And New York City. New York City had a major election, which the results were not surprising, as "Don't Mess with the Zohran Mamdani" became the mayor of New York City. With 50% of the vote, he ended up with.
You're only witchy perfect, Max.
So yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the results here, and then let's see.
And later on, maybe I guess we can get to the GTA 6 news, right?
Yeah, I
Later
mean,
on, yeah.
towards the end of the show, yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. So these are the results: 50% for Mamdani, 42% for Cuomo, 7% Siwa, and Eric Adams had 6,000 votes. The current mayor of
Zero.
New York City. He actually dropped out, I
Zero.
think. The
Yeah, he dropped
Yep.
out.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
But notice the percentages. Even if Sliwa dropped out,
Zero.
Cuomo still loses.
Right.
Yeah, he still loses.
Bam!
Cuomo's lose.
Yes.
Who's
Yeah,
Fredo
so
now?
so Mamdani is gonna be in New York City. I was like, I already immediately. I'm sure everybody's seen this photo. Let me actually load it up first before I actually try to share it. I forgot to actually pull it up. I'm sure everybody knows the photo I'm talking about. If you haven't, you'll see in a second. But right here, this friggin' photo. Oops, it's easier to do it like this. Bang! Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, let's go.
that
Oh, God.
that is Zohran Mamdani with Alex Soros. Who's Alex Soros? This is George Soros's. So
Oh,
this is the new
God.
heir to the Democratic Party throne, basically. He's the
Wow.
kingmaker within the party now.
Yes.
So he says, so proud to be a New Yorker. The American dream continues. Rats Mayor Mamdani. So there it is. And liberals actually have the nerve to tell me and tell us that he's actually going to be a progressive and actually change New York City.
Right.
Yeah, while he's down there sucking their dick.
Right.
Sure
I
he
mean,
is.
Angel, you and I already knew about it after he announced that he was running. When he was a Democrat, we were like, yeah, it's not going to mean anything.
No,
Right.
yeah, I know. Yeah, we know. It's just that, people were, then we have people like, they're all celebrating and they're all like, oh, Democrats had a clean sweep in the elections on Tuesday. And I'm like, New York, Virginia, New Jersey, and California, or Pennsylvania, or not Pennsylvania though, but New York, New Jersey, Virginia,
And
and
of course,
California are all blue
Kyle
states.
Kowinski was happy about it too.
They're all
Yeah,
blue
he was
states.
coming
So.
in his pants.
Yeah.
He's all blue states that voted. So I'm not surprised at the results. So here is the picture you need to see, because I know most of you guys don't, or most of my audience and everybody here don't watch the see elite liberal class on this space, but Again, young voters are getting tricked again, and this is very similar to what happened to millennials with Obama actually, and then Bernie Sanders. Like 80% of people 70% he voted for Mamdani. 80% of young women voted for Mamdani, 18, 29 years old. So I'm seeing the same mistakes that we millennials, made back in 2008 and again with Bernie Sanders in 2016. It's like it's like a replay. I've seen this movie and it's like it's not going to
definition
end
of
well.
insanity.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Doing the
not
same
going to
thing
end
over and over
well.
again, expecting
If
different results.
yeah, if there's young people watching somehow, and it's take advice from me, for I went through it not once but twice. Don't make the mistake of hero worshiping a politician and believing one little politician can do anything,
Right.
because they can't. And even if they wanted to, we couldn't anyways. But they don't want to. That's the thing. They want to accrue power, and then they want to take photos with Alex Soros like this one. These little photos like, this is my boss, ultimately. This is the one who funds
Yeah, this is my boss. I just sucked his
Right.
dick. How you doing?
444A for $37 million. Right?
Yeah,
Is that
so
what
that's
it is?
my.
Is that the
If
number?
they do eat it, they eat a dick.
Wow,
And
37
Jimmy
mil.
Dore, he said before, like, be careful who you worship because they will always disappoint you. Or he said something
Right.
like that.
To that effect, yeah. I saw the clip of Jimmy with James Corbett, because I watch James Corbett now, so I did see that clip of Jimmy Dore. You want to try that again?
That was pathetic.
Okay, so yes, I did see the clip of James Corbett on the Jimmy Dore show.
Was there an actual socialist on the ballot? I'm not even aware of.
No, there was
not.
not.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And then what's the crazy
This,
thing of the Socialist Party in New York City? They for some reason, those people, I like a lot of them there, but they was like, oh my god, good thing, this is a good win. Not. What the hell?
No, it's bullshit.
The only win is that Cuomo
so-
lost. I love
Right,
the crash out. The
Right?
crash out is great.
Everyone was like, "Oh, everyone
absolutely.
loves Cuomo."
Yeah.
Apparently they don't.
Yeah.
It's so weird that conservatives back in the day, they hated Cuomo, but now because Mamdani was running, they're like, okay, we support him. Like,
Hell,
Well,
what's
that's-
worse? Yeah, what's worse is the president endorsed him, like at the
Yeah.
last second, like the day
Yeah.
before
that
the
was
election.
the final
But
kiss of death for Cuomo.
Right.
actually, in New York, it's like, yeah, that's not that's not good.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, Cuomo sucks dick. Of course he does. They all suck dick. Did anyone?
New Jersey.
Real quick. Did everyone see that thing on X where they said that what's his nuts down in Florida passed a law where if you rape a 12-year-old or an under
Yes, I've
child,
heard.
you will go, you will be
Yeah.
hung or get the death penalty or whatever. I went,
Yes.
does that extend to rich pedophiles? No. Okay, well then go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
the same state that gave
Right.
Epstein a slap on the wrist.
Woo!
Right.
Yeah.
So
Not even a slap,
New
a slap on
Jersey-
the butt. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep
Yeah.
doing it.
this is my home state.
And we're still waiting for the
Let's see.
files, conservatives. Where are they?
So this is my home. The governor's race. Somehow, Mikey Sherrill won. Not only did she win, but she crushed. I'm like, how the hell did this happen? She came out of nowhere.
I don't know how the insider trading or whatever
It didn't hurt her, apparently, the insider
Yeah.
trading scandal. I mean, I don't know if it didn't hurt her. I figured, oh, she lost. I mean, she's done for. I mean, look, actually, after that performance in the Breakfast Club show with
like
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to check.
Yeah, it's somehow that didn't hurt her. She won by 14 points. It's like, the hell did that happen? Okay, whatever. So she's Phil Murphy third term, by the way. So if you're in New Jersey, you know that's what.
And that CIA woman won in Virginia.
Spanberger, Abigail Spanberger, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she won. Anyway, I just saw this, so I want to go through this.
Yes,
Mayor-elect
Jackie, he's
Mamdani.
my unofficial counter.
Okay, yeah, good. Look at this though. Mayor-elect Mamdani arrives in Puerto Rico for annual Somos conference. Immediately, as soon as he wins, he fucks off to Puerto Rico for a conference.
So he can suck a
Less
lot
than
of
40
dick.
Yeah, he fucks off to Puerto Rico for a conference.
What part of Puerto
Less than
Rico is
48 hours.
Israel in?
No, boom.
Yeah, less than 48 hours after being elected mayor, Zohran Mamdani is already somewhere else. Thursday afternoon, he arrived in Puerto
Somewhere
Rico for the
else sucking
annual
dick. He's sucking a
SOMOS
lot of
conference.
dick.
So the gathering brings top leaders from New York State and Puerto Rico as a way to building ties between the two places. Mamdani says he hopes to make political the event to help his staff and his incoming
He
administration.
hopes.
So
He hopes, right.
yeah, so basically he's fucked off to Puerto Rico for a nice vacation. So that's basically what it sounds like there. Hey, there you go.
That's a lot of
So
dick.
let's see. Since David is from New York, I'll get your thoughts on Mamdani's victory. Go ahead.
Sure. I mean, I didn't even know what to start. I got to do a podcast about this tomorrow, but it's yeah, so much. I mean, look,
Give us a preview.
well, so my thing is this.
Preview.
So, being that I am that person that's in the panel in this country illegally because I was born in Puerto Rico, so I would tell people that joke. But
Right.
but the fact is that like, I see things from the outside in, whether it's AOC, Bernie Sanders, Mandani, and so on. You could tell like these people are propped up, and I'm like Malcolm X. I'm always suspicious when there's a lot of liberals behind our black politicians, our black leaders. I'm always suspicious because they're not about that life. They're not about helping us. They're about to just do whatever it is and be the parrots. And then he was brought in just for the sake of it's the midterms. Let's see how we could do it, and that's why he's brought for the midterms. You know what I mean? So that's my thought on that situation. Those short thoughts.
Okay. Well, check out the podcast. Links in the description box below for David's full thoughts. But
and
yeah,
I just don't understand how a Muslim like Mamdani could support Israel. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Well, I mean, he's in the.
Look, I'll say. I know David knows this, but if you're not seen as pro-Zionist in New York, you're not going to win. Hell, you're not going to get the nomination. He wasn't get the nomination. They would have screwed him out of the nomination, gave it to Cuomo if he wouldn't have been pro-Zionist all of a sudden.
Right.
So that's what happened. So he wanted power. It's like, okay, fine, I'll play the game. I believe in Israel, right to exist, all that bullshit.
Like, what the fuck?
But you know, Alex, you know what's the sad thing, right? So I got a lot of these pro-Palestine, anti-genocide Muslims in my socials, and I went after them and I told them, okay, my people, number one, if I name 3 entities that are responsible for the genocide, started with the Democrats, being finished by the Republicans, and third would be Israel. Your boy Mamdani is part of number 1, and I'm just saying here, like I just don't get it. So what's the whole point of being anti if your boy is part of the system that started the genocide? And then they don't have no response. You know, some of them they actually mute me. I was like, what the hell, really? Y'all motherfuckers are fake. Fuck that.
Yeah,
that's essentially the same point that
I don't care about.
Attacks, you know, it's like that.
Yeah.
Right.
I make that point too. That's similar to the point that I frequently make, where it's like people will claim to be against something, but then they'll politically support the people who are for that thing, which I don't really see practically a difference between supporting someone who's in favor of a thing and just being in favor of the thing yourself. For me, that doesn't make sense to me.
Right, and it comes down to identity politics, just because he's Muslim.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So,
New York
City.
If I could just say one last thing.
No, you can't.
Okay. So I wanted to see like what would happen on. I was talking on the Kevin Nash podcast. He was talking about the SNAP benefits going away, right? And that people are literally just barely making ends meet now. Can't believe that, you're going to pull SNAPs away from them, right? I said, well, you people stop blaming poor people for rich people, taking the prices of food is up because of rich people, not because of poor people. Like literally these people. And then I had a guy like, well, you stop blaming rich people because I don't care if someone has more money than me. I went, oh my God, you're fucking dumb. Who do you think
so
is in charge of the prices?
Did you say you're actually part of the Kevin Nash podcast? Is that what you said?
I said I left a comment. I didn't subscribe. I was subscribed for a while, and I was like, okay, he's a total Democrat asshole. No, he's not an asshole. He's just a total Democrat. Believes in the Democrats. Kind of like Jim Cornette. I listen to Jim Cornette, even though I know he's a Democrat shitlib.
Yeah.
But I still listen for the wrestling.
And,
But the
and
fact
Jessica
that
Ventura now is shitless. So
like I said, I basically just wanted to get their take on. I mean, oops, Kevin Nash was talking like a true. Well, I got like 5 houses and I don't have insurance on them, and they're in the middle of hurricanes. I'm like, wow, he's talking like a rich person. Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to say to the audience, stop blaming poor people for
If
what
you're-
rich people are doing, which is
Oh, come on.
the rich people or the employers are in charge of the prices that are going up, not the poor people on fucking snaps. The poor people on snaps are barely making ends meet, and now they're going to go fucking hungry.
Yeah, well, we'll get to Snap in a moment here, but also the New York City Fire Department Commissioner Robert Tucker is resigning immediately.
Nice.
So he's gone because he won't work for Mamdani. Apparently, he must be a Zionist, I would assume.
Yeah, right. Right.
They're Muslim fires now.
Even though Mamdani himself is a Zionist, but he won't
Yeah.
work for him because it must be Muslim. I don't know. He's Muslim, so I guess
I'm not putting out no Muslim fires.
Yeah,
Right.
so I'm resigning.
all the people that said that were going to leave, now all of a sudden they're walking back.
Right.
Bill Ackman.
they're walking it back. Yeah.
It's just
Well,
like when
Dershowitz
said
is
they're gonna
claiming he
move
never
to
said
Canada. It's just like when liberals said they're going to move to Canada, or if Trump won.
Yeah, when Trump, I'm like, go ahead, do your thing, man.
If
you got that
Mamdani
type
do
of
anything
money,
radical, he would have been murked, I guess, or kirked. I mean, yeah, he would have been. He'd be gone.
Same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
would have been JFK, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Jacqueline says, trouble is, even though he's going to be a massive disappointment, he will end up being disillusioned. He was the best of the bunch.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, you can definitely say that, but ultimately,
What does the best mean now? Like, what does that mean?
there was something.
It don't mean anything, Alex. I don't know what the hell that means, man.
I feel like he won't disappoint as much as AOC because he's just mayor. Like I think it's being mayor. I don't think he can make as many decisions that will greatly disappoint us as
all he
AOC.
can do.
Think that he's gonna arrest Netanyahu? Like, do really people believe that?
No,
Right.
He walked that back already. So
Yeah, he walked
no,
that
he
back
can't.
already.
He doesn't have the authority to do that, anyways.
yeah.
Because because Netanyahu has his own security, and the White House is not going to allow Netanyahu to be arrested in New York City. So it's like that was just a virtue signal for his voters. Like, hey, if he comes here to New York, the NYPD is arresting him. Hell,
Yeah,
the
go suck
a
NYPD
dick.
probably would ignore that order. The NYPD
He's,
would probably ignore that order.
He's
Go
splitting
suck
the
a dick.
difference. He was splitting the
the thing.
difference.
Yeah.
Zionist, but not too Zionist. He split the difference, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing with the NYPD. They're very powerful in New York City. The NYPD union, very powerful. So
Yeah.
Mamdani is going to be manipulated by the powers that be in New York City and by the NYPD union. He's already said he's going to raise funding for the NYPD. So once he's elected or once he's inaugurated, so it's like
So
nothing's going to change.
The other thing I don't like about Mamdani, and this is something that Angel and Dave we would agree about. He's also a Mets fan, so.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, you can't have that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Hey, fuck the Yankees. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck
Let's
the
see
Pirates.
here.
Fuck the Pirates.
Yeah, fuck the Pirates.
Oh
They
wait,
suck,
I already loaded
dude.
up.
I think he's a mess. It's a little bit safer to go to Citi Field than to go to Yankee Stadium, walking around the streets of the Bronx.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? A little bit
so
harsh.
I've never been to the Pirates. Whatever.
Let's get
fucking
to
shit
food
there
stamps
is.
here because it's an update from last
come
week
get
when we
your food
discussed food stamps.
stamps here.
I mean, can you believe that people can't they're such sheeple that they literally can't just get wrap it around their head or get it into their head and leave it there, that poor people are not responsible for grocery prices going up. The rich are responsible for that. Get it through your motherfucking heads. Stop blaming poor people for rich people doing raising the prices. It is not people on food stamps that are literally doing this.
But Trump said that the prices are down.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Trump also is a pedophile.
So it says here USDA, because they were some grocery stores that were giving discounts to people without snaps. So
No,
out
you
of the
can't do
goodness of their
that
heart,
either. Nope, can't do
the
discounts.
USDA sent an email to grocery stores telling them that they are prohibited from offering special discounts to customers
There you
affected by
go.
SNAP funding lapse.
Wow.
I'm aware of at least 2 stores that already offered struggling customers a discount and withdrew it after receiving this email.
Oh, free
Wow.
market. Oh, I love
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
free
don't you love
market.
the fucking capitalism bullshit that keeps you in poverty?
You must
Yeah,
you
not
must
communism.
offer
It's capitalism, guys.
It's capitalism, not
What-
communism.
What happened to
Yeah, you
business
mu-
owners being able to make decisions on their own about this kind of thing? Now all of
Yeah.
a sudden the
That's not-
government's
that's
going to
going
step
on.
in and tell
And then
them
they
You must
went,
lower their
well,
prices.
we have a dick to suck, so we have to raise our prices just like everybody else.
You must offer eligible food at the same price on the same terms and conditions to SNAP EBT customers, other customers.
That's why people are
Except
on
that-
snaps. They can't afford the fucking prices. Duh,
Yeah.
stupid.
You cannot treat SNAP EBT customers differently than any other customer. Offering
How about you
discounts
go
to
suck a dick?
services only to SNAP paying customers is a SNAP violation unless you have SNAP equal treatment waiver.
Mm.
So technically, they're violating their contracts with SNAP if they try to help their customers save money and struggle. They're
So
struggling
like
here.
under the guise of discriminatory.
Yeah, it's under the
Yeah.
guise of discrimination. Yeah. So understandable why grocery stores might be scared off. Stores caught violating the prohibition could be denied ability to accept SNAP benefits in the future. Low income areas where SNAP shutdown will have the biggest impact. Getting thrown off SNAP would mean the store is no longer financially viable. Meanwhile, USDA Secretary Rollins trying to change the subject. Subject being Trump's decision to withhold food aid from 40 million people by claiming the administration is focused on rooting out SNAP fraud. To be fair, nobody can fraudulently receive
Bullshit.
benefits, and no benefits can receive. Period. So,
This is not about fraud. This is all about the fact that the rich do not want you to live. They want you to starve to death. Hello.
Well, and
As
also
James Corbett said, we're 3 meals away from a revolution. Let's
I've
do
also
it.
I've also
11.
seen it suggested that they don't want to reopen the government because then they'll have to confirm that lady who says she's going to be the final vote for the releasing the Epstein files.
And she'll get her mind right,
Um,
just like I told my
No,
coworker.
she probably won't vote for it.
Or someone else
I know
will get their mind
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
she's
they're.
not-
That's also I've heard that they're trying to stop this lady from voting to get the Epstein files released. Whichever it is,
They'll find a
but
new rotating villain.
they'll find. I mean, there's baby faces, and this is just like professional wrestling. It's like
Yeah.
baby faces and heels working together for one. Well, I mean, for the elites, but the elites literally want you to own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs. So this is what I told the person. I said, you know what? Since you worship the rich so much, enjoy your bugs.
Hey, maybe you should be allowed to
Trump-
use SNAP benefits on bugs only. Maybe then they'll give us the SNAP
Ugh.
benefits.
Well, that's
Yeah.
where
I'm not
Mandani.
eating bugs.
Wait, that's where Mandani's grocery delis will come in.
Yeah.
Oh God damn.
You know, I'm
Trump.
just saying.
Oh God
You
damn.
know, hey,
This is an update this is an update just now. The Trump administration asked Supreme Court to step in to fight over food stamp benefits. So President Trump asked the Supreme Court on
please.
Friday.
Help me, please.
Please help
Yeah.
me fuck over these
Yes.
poor people
That
and
the
make them
Supreme
starve
Court
to
is
death.
that's his security blanket. Usually they rule in his favor, but let's see. President Trump asked the Supreme Court on Friday evening to block a lower court order requiring the administration of fully covered food stamp benefits for tens of millions of Americans in November. The emergency request of the justices came hours after the administration official announced that it was working to comply with the ruling to fully fund the program that was issued a day earlier by U.S. District Court Judge John McConnell in Rhode Island. The administration had made a similar emergency appeal to Boston-based federal courts on Friday morning, but the court had not yet weighed in on that. By the time the U.S. Department of Agriculture said into the states that it was working to comply with McConnell's directive. The appeals court, in a brief on Friday, declined to put the payments on hold temporarily while it reviewed the case as quickly as possible. The administration asked the Supreme Court to issue an immediate administrative hold on the case by 9:30 p.m. Eastern tonight. Such a funding lapse is a crisis, the administration told the Supreme Court in an emergency appeal, but it's a crisis occasioned by congressional failure and one that can only be solved through congressional action. The district ruling U.S. Solicitor General John Sauer told the Supreme Court it's untenable at every turn. I hate that people use that like they abbreviate their first name like D. John Sauer. Like the
Just
worst.
say your goddamn name, idiot.
Yeah. The legal fight over food stamps has emerged as a central pressure point between all three branches during the historically long shutdown, because it's one of the easiest to understand and most tangible impacts of the that impasse so far. At stake are food benefits that millions of Americans rely on. It's unclear how the request of the Supreme Court could impact the billions of dollars in federal funding for the SNAP program, as food stamps are formally known. Several states confirmed Friday that individuals who rely on the program should soon start seeing their full payments. So it's a developing story. So we'll find out by a couple hours and see whether the Supreme Court actually puts that hold in or not. Because if they don't, then I would expect by Monday people get their food stamps. Hopefully
And
that's
that's
hopefully
good
on Monday.
because
Yeah.
people don't deserve to starve. But again, Trump doesn't give a fuck about you. A lot of MAGA people are on food stamps. Guess what? Trump don't give a fuck about you. He does not care if
Well,
you
remember,
starve to
Randy
death.
Fine says starve away. So
Jesus
Of
fucking
all
Christ. I
people.
don't know how more
yeah,
like,
of all
obvious
people.
this can fucking be. I literally, people on food stamps are just like, but Trump is looking out for me. No, he ain't. He doesn't give a fuck about you.
Well, yeah, like answer. So then, like, what has he done for you? Can you answer that?
Yeah, and then they go, he stopped the communists. What the fucking hell are you talking about? There is no communists.
They'll push it till the new year if they can. They'll let people go hungry on Christmas. They don't
Oh
give a
yeah,
shit.
they don't care. Thanksgiving, guess what? Go to a food bank that has no food.
Oh yeah.
Go
What if
eat
people are
some
like?
bugs, you fucking
What
poor
if people are like, I'm not going to New Year's Eve because Mamdani's the mayor now? You know,
Right.
whatever they say.
But
Yeah,
the
just go suck a dick. You don't
Nah,
deserve
man.
to be there anyway.
No, the funny thing, if Mandani does some weird stuff like, okay, let's do a food grocery 50% off, those
Yeah.
people will come back real quick. Those people that pretend to be millionaires in New York City. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You should make
So
it
the
just
one
all
thing,
Muslim dishes or whatever.
so the
a
one
lot
thing that
of
might
curry.
Boom.
the one thing that might open the government quickly is these airport shutdowns. Is the flight cancellations. So according to the administration, they're going to cancel 10% of flights every week until the shutdown ends, because it's just untenable, because of the air traffic controllers and stuff, and they haven't been paid in over a month. So it's like since the shutdown began. So
And
it's
here we
like,
go. What did me and Snow say in the comment or in the messages? Is literally they're going to restrict everything until we comply.
Well, and also they're going to introduce a new normal. So remember during COVID, they said, "Oh, the prices are high of food right now because of the supply chain." And then after COVID, the prices were still high. So we'll see if the SNAP benefits
well,
come back in the same form or if they're lower, and we'll see if air traffic goes back to the way it was before or if it's a new normal where it's
well,
shittier than before.
It's probably going to be shittier than before.
well, the next excuse for food prices being high is inflation. So right after
Oh
COVID,
no, it is.
so-
I've seen where it's the people on snaps. It's because they get free food. How about you go fuck yourself? It's actually the rich people who control the fucking prices. You fucking moron. As you sit on food stamps and eat the bugs.
It doesn't even make sense. It's not like people are eating more because you have to eat what you have to eat to survive.
Right.
So it's not
Right.
like there's more
The-
food being purchased by virtue of the fact that people are just eating more.
Right.
Yes.
And here's
I'm
the
not
kicker.
gonna
Someone like me who's a single mother making $14,000 a year, which is poverty, right? That is a poverty wage, right?
Yeah, that's poverty wage.
But Trump actually did this to his own people. He actually lowered it to $10,000. If you make $10,000 a year or less, you can get food stamps. Guess what? Someone like me can't even get food stamps, and I have to pay the fucking high prices. So he fucked everybody.
It reminds me of when liberals were blaming Putin for the gas price hikes when it was all on Biden. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, that made
But
no
you
sense.
know what
because-
other people would say? People who can afford food and stuff and the high prices, they'll say, well, you just need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and stop getting off the government teat. How about you go suck a dick?
So yeah, the Trump administration announced that it would cut 10% of air traffic at 40 of the nation's largest, busiest airports, in a move that analysts said would force airlines to cancel thousands of flights while the administration tried to push the Democrats ending the government shutdown. So yeah, they're basically going to do 10% cuts at air traffic per week until the shutdown ends. That means that thousands of flights are going to be canceled every
But
week.
I guarantee you, this is going to be the new norm. They're going to keep cutting flights, and then poor people, you'll be in your 15-minute cities. Rich people will be on their private jets going, "Fuck poor people. I hope they all die."
Yeah, remember when
The-
Bernie
the
and
excuse-
were in that private jet like a couple
Yeah.
I wonder if
So
flights
the
to Israel will
excuse-
be untouched.
The excuse by Secretary Sean Duffy was the reductions are an attempt to alleviate the pressure on air traffic controllers who have been working without compensation since the start of the shutdown. Have not received a paycheck since mid-October. He said the administration would announce the affected markets on Thursday, as the year's busiest travel season approaches. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Paying them would
That's
alleviate some pressure if you paid them.
good, but
Why would they
they're
do
blaming
that?
the Democrats
They should just
for the
work for
shutdown.
free.
The cuts would start
And they
taking
are.
effect
They are
Friday.
working for free.
Yeah, they are. The cuts would take effect Friday, today, potentially forcing hundreds of thousands of air travelers to change their plans on short notice. As airlines are pressured to slash capacity across their routes, representatives at several major Airlines and Airlines for America trade association said they were working with the Federal Aviation Administration to understand the details of new requirements, but they haven't made changes yet. Blah blah blah. So yeah, they're going to cancel 10% of flights per week until the shutdown ends.
I wonder if they'll try to stiff them on back pay.
Oh yeah, they will.
Oh, I'm pretty.
Oh
Yeah.
well, the
Yes.
administration
Where?
the administration
Oh,
already
whatever,
said
files.
they have no intention on doing back pay. So
Right.
even though by law they're
Years.
supposed to do back pay for a shutdown, but the administration's
They
already like, what
literally
back pay?
bailed out the airliners. They bailed them out, and literally they cut jobs anyway. They cut like 600,000 jobs, and they were like, "Oh, please don't let us go under. Please give us more money. We'll suck your dick. We'll be good boys and girls." And then they laid off people anyway. They don't give a fuck as long as they stay in business.
I saw something here. Oh yeah, Sean says, "Oh, y'all seen that UPS plane crash in Kentucky?" Yes, I did.
No, I didn't.
There was a UPS plane crash in Kentucky. Like, if you might be expecting a package from UPS and it went through Kentucky, your shit crashed. So hopefully, your package.
No, you ain't
there,
getting your
guys.
shit
Yeah.
now.
Right.
Is that the one where like a whole engine was missing?
Yeah, I think so. I did see a UPS
I
plane
wouldn't even
crash.
get on a plane. No offense to Indy, but I wouldn't get on a plane. You couldn't pay me enough to get on a plane because these motherfucking planes are falling out of the fucking sky.
I don't think it was a Boeing this time, surprisingly.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
They don't care. They only care about the rich private jets. Oh, their safety mechanisms are out through the roof, but they don't give a fuck about poor people in planes. Oh, you have to muck in with the rest. Sucks to be you. And when your plane falls out of the sky and you die, well,
All right, here we go.
that was just poor people.
I'll just quickly go over this. Oh, geez, that's a brutal crash. So let me show this real quick, and then we'll move on to other stories. Look at that! Look at that fire there. UPS plane crash at Louisville's International Airport on Tuesday, causing an explosion, dangerous plumes of smoke and frothing fire. At least 14 people are dead and multiple injured. Several people are still missing. 13 people have been discharged.
Crashes we've been having. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
look at
Because they
let me see.
don't care.
Here.
They don't care.
Look at that plane. Here.
Now, how many private jets have you heard lately fall out of the sky? Oh, wait.
Oops. So this is like the full video here. Like, look at that plane.
It's crazy.
Oh,
This video is
God.
crazy.
I wonder what caused this crash. Look how low that plane was. That plane had no chance. Look how low that was. That plane had no chance.
Is that was during takeoff?
Yeah, well, we have trouble seeing it because it's laggy. So
I don't know why it's so laggy, but
but yeah, that's like a Michael Bay explosion.
Oh,
that plane had no
wow.
chance. But
yeah, what the hell?
Right, that's
the mayor said some of the deaths were the 3 crew members on board. Another victim believed to be a young child.
Oh my
The cargo plane crashed around 5:15 p.m. was taking off from SDF
Okay.
heading towards Daniel K. Inouye International Airport. in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Tulsi Gabbard, you gonna say something about that?
Now she's too busy
The
sucking dick.
plane, the plane is an MD-11, 34 years old, built in the early 90s. The engine was hauled away on Wednesday.
Shocker.
So it's a 30-plus-year-old plane. And it crashed during takeoff. That was during takeoff. They had no chance. That plane was like no chance to take off properly. So I don't know what happened. If I had to guess, the engine, something went wrong with the engine. See how old that plane is, so it's
Yeah, it's
possible
30
something
years
went wrong.
old.
Yeah.
Conservatives are gonna
And-
say DEI failure.
Oh yeah.
The DEI
Yeah.
failure, yeah. Because how dare you have a
So
black
let's
person there?
Let's go to here. So I'm just going to now let's cover this because this is. Did you know that? Do you know? Geez, it's already at 15. 15. There you go.
I'm not holding back today. Suck a dick.
We're counting.
I wonder if I didn't know this until I read this, but did you guys know that the UK government was using white phosphorus in Kenya?
I might have heard about it.
Negative.
Yeah. Hold on. Why is this not working?
Well, those X's that they've been
Hold on.
talking about, the chemtrails or whatever, those
Oh, that-
literally are, they're poisoning us our air anyway. So why would we be surprised that they're poisoning other people and other countries? They're poisoning
on.
us with those
Oh, here
chemtrails.
we go.
They always find an excuse that there's a fly. Oh no, there's a fly that could kill
That's
people.
weird. Hold on. Let me go back.
I heard
here.
there's a fly that's a robot that, or no, it was mosquitoes. They want to make
Right, those
mosquitoes.
mosquitoes. Yeah.
Yeah, the robot mosquitoes, so
So-
they can inject you with mRA vaccinations against your will.
MARN, something like that. Anyway, this is from Declassified UK. Phil
The M
Miller,
stands,
who
the
excellent
M
work
stands
there.
for mosquito.
Yeah.
So apparently, the British military was using white phosphorus in Kenya, which, by the way, is a war crime. I mean, you can't. White phosphorus is very dangerous to be using.
And
troops
everybody
have
looked
not-
the other way.
Well, troops had not been trained with the hazardous chemical since Declassified exposed the practice 3 years ago. So they're just using it without training the British military and Kenya, by the way.
Right.
British soldiers paused firing of white phosphorus in Kenya after Declassified revealed the highly controversial munition was routinely being used there. Kenyan politicians have learned. The policy change was disclosed in a statement the British Army gave in late October to a Kenyan parliamentarian inquiry into his activities, the East African former colony. Kenyan politicians launched the inquiry based on our reporting, which found that the chemical substance had been fired 15 times between 2017 and 2022. British troops had fired the munitions around Archer's Post, a vast area of communal land in Kenya where Samburu nomads graze cattle.
Oh, they don't like
Uh,
communal land. British people don't like communal
No.
land.
The
That's
army-
a big no.
Right.
The Army witness statement said munitions that contained phosphorus had not been used by the British Army in Kenya since 2022. Bullshit. Total bullshit. I guarantee they're still using it. However, it's understood that British troops could resume firing white phosphorus in the country at any time as the license remains in place.
And when this happened?
It's been happening for years.
This was reported a few days ago, but
See, this is what happened when two Kenyans went the New York City Marathon. This is the
Oh,
reward. This is the
bam!
reward. Sadly, right?
white phosphorus can cause horrific burns to human skin and multiple organ failure.
Mhm.
Britain has criticized Russia for allegedly firing it in Ukraine.
Oh,
Of course.
What
Oh,
hypocrisy
of
here,
course.
by the way.
Yeah.
Even if it's true that the Russians are firing white phosphorus, which they haven't
course.
proven, but let's say it's true. You're doing it too in Kenya.
You're doing
so
it too, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is hypocrisy at his worst here.
Right.
That's
It's
like
literally-
America turning around and saying, "Now don't do what we do." Well, you're doing it too.
This
Right.
part: smoke screens or lighting up the battlefield. Yeah, because we don't have lights. We don't know. We don't know
Yeah,
how to
it's
light
fucked.
things, and we can't make
It-
smoke some other way.
Its deliberate
can.
use against civilians is banned internationally, but armies are allowed to use it for quote unquote creating smoke screens or lighting up the battlefield.
Okay.
So that's the reason why they're allowed to use it allegedly, because they could create smoke screens or it gives light to the battlefield. So,
Right.
it's
Okay.
bullshit. they're still. I guarantee you, that's the excuse. So that's the only way it's legal to
Right.
use white phosphorus. But
Like I said,
I
go
guarantee
suck
you,
a
they're
dick.
firing it. They're firing it at people still. Kenyan lawyer Kelvin Kubai commented, "This is a win for the environment and environmental justice." What about your people? I mean, I don't really. I mean, that's more. I think more important than your environment.
Right.
Well,
We
I
hope
imagine
that
it messes up the grazing land too, which is
Well, yeah, that
always
too, but
part of colonialism is to screw up the land for the
Yeah.
people so that they can't do for
So-
themselves. And
so those nomads would be more dependent on Western
Yep.
shopping and stores and stuff. So
And
that's
that,
why.
and that's a good point because a lot of people who have always questioned, oh, but Africa has a lot of land. It's like, yeah, but the British, whatever, they put all this land that they affected for years.
We hope the British Army makes further assurances that it's discontinued using white phosphorus, which should never have been used in our community rangelands in the first instance. Bullshit. They'll keep
I want to add the
using
point.
it.
I want to tag on to what Dee just said. I want to
Go
add the
ahead.
point that fixing degraded land can take a lifetime. If
Yes.
Yeah.
once land is
That's
screwed
right.
up, it can take a lifetime or multiple lifetimes to fix it.
Right.
That's right. We'll all be dead by the time any
Right.
of that
Yeah.
happens. But that's not their thing. They don't want that to happen.
No,
They
no,
want
no.
poor people to die.
Right. And they want to get that tap in the back, like, oh yeah, we are sending AITA.
And
little
we got
box
a
of
bunch of
rice.
racist assholes who literally hate Kenyans. I don't know why. Maybe their skin color.
Yeah, he classified.
I mean,
I just want to interrupt for a second. Angel, once you're done with this article. Oh, well, first of all, we can also listen to the article if you want to instead of reading it.
Yeah, I'm almost done with it. It's.
But I was going to say, after this article, I also sent you a message for, that Max Bloomfield tweeted out. You might
Okay, I can look at that. Declassified understands that the British Army's current focus in Kenya is on training with high explosive ammunition, blah blah. This is thought to be due to the conflicts in Ukraine, which are characterized by artillery battles and trench warfares. Training
Yeah,
with
see,
high
that's the
explosive.
only battles there that have artillery and trench warfare.
Yeah. Training with high explosive mortars have not been without risk in Kenya, where hundreds of civilians have received compensation since 2002 for injuries sustained from unexploded ordnance left behind by the British military.
you
They
don't
just
say.
leave. They leave unexploded
Wow.
ordnance there. Like you step on it, boom, you're dead or you're seriously injured. Oh, here's some money. I mean, we're sorry. We just left
Right.
it there on purpose. So
It's like that
you're
South
too
Park.
lazy to pick
You're
it up.
sorry.
Mhm.
I'm truly
Right.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
sorry.
The UK
Sorry.
a UK Army general
So
A
sorry.
UK Army general recently praised the unrivaled permissions British forces have to train in Kenya, which has been under British colonial rules until 1963. Practicing with white phosphorus is still understood to be important of the British military, but the England's Salisbury plane is being used instead of Kenya. The Ministry of Defense that asked to comment, they probably declined or they ignored it, so whatever. But yeah, there you go.
It's still going on in 2025, peoples. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
hmm
And what they do over there, they will do over here. So get ready for your more chemtrails of phosphorus.
Yeah, once that, let's say if the government shut
Yeah.
down ends,
This
people
is
get
the
the
one.
snap, they stop spraying people. Be like, wait a minute, you guys eating too much food.
Yeah, we gotta kill
that's
you now.
poisonous.
No.
Right. Wait a minute.
Yesterday, the Fox Patriot Awards, whatever this is, Fox gave a Patriot Award to an American who went to fight for a foreign army instead of serving his own country, then got dragged out of his tank and taken prisoner while enforcing a criminal genocidal siege.
Oh,
He says he was serving Israel. He claims he's serving Israel, but yet standing for America.
Is this
Which
the
I don't
one?
know how that works.
Is this the one that was kidnapped from his tank? I
Yep.
remember there was yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
that's
they
him.
kidnapped him from his
Is this
tank.
kid? He's an American that went to serve in Israel and got kidnapped from his tank and
Wow.
was held hostage by Hamas.
Alex, I
So,
blame it on you,
I
Alex.
don't feel-
Playing too much Call of Duty.
Stranger danger.
I don't play Call of Duty.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
There you go.
I play Battlefield.
I apologize.
Stranger danger. Watch out! Your kids are gonna get kidnapped from their tank.
Mm-mm.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I saw that earlier, but I'm like,
What the hell
let's
is the
see.
Yeah, that guy can go suck a dick. Oh, I'm standing for
Right.
America, but I'm really sucking Israel off.
Right.
This
He
is-
probably did on the low,
Ew, what? Suck Israel.
Hey, Dave,
Suck
okay.
on baby,
Right,
baby.
I mean, the guy had.
Gotta
The
suck
guy,
that baby dick.
I mean,
Good.
the guy got sucked out of the
Jacqueline
fucking tank and shit. You
Jacqueline
gotta do
says
something.
declassified UK is miles better than Novaria Media, which is just an established mouthpiece pretending to be a left-wing socialist channel.
Sure.
Yeah, I like declassified UK. They do good reporting, so that's why I used them a lot. So this is something I found during the week, and it pissed me off. So the title says no such thing as a Jewish terrorist, says Israeli MP sponsoring
Of
bill to
course he was
execute
there.
Palestinians. So this guy is an MP in Israel
It's
saying
called
there's
the
no such thing
IDF.
as a Jewish
Yeah, the
terrorist.
IDF. They're all a
But
bunch of terrorists.
at the same time, this motherfucker is sponsoring a bill to execute Palestinians in Israel. But there's no such thing as a Jewish terrorist.
That is the very definition of a terrorist.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
been a move.
Innocent people.
By
There's been a move
definition,
for a long time to make that word like meaningless and just like a pejorative.
yeah,
Yeah,
by
be like,
definition,
whatever.
if you're Jewish, if you're Israeli, you can't be a terrorist. So
Right.
that's some. So you can do whatever you want. You can't be a terrorist. So
And
You
let's
again,
can
see.
rape and
people, they
pillage,
don't
and yeah,
understand.
you can suck a lot
It's
of dick.
not. These people don't understand. It's not that we hate Jewish people. I mean,
No, I don't hate all Jewish people.
No,
I
this is
hate
Jewish.
Zionists.
we hate Zionists. That's what we hate.
So,
That's who we hate.
But they
know-
don't know the difference. They don't know the
Yeah.
I
difference.
know-
Just like they don't know what communism means, they don't know what socialism means.
I know
But
all
some-
these
also,
words-
you should hate every Muslim because of 9/11. You know, they say that shit.
And actually,
Yeah.
Israel and Saudi were responsible for 9/11.
They're trying to render
Yeah.
all these words
They fu-
meaningless or like whatever they
Mhm.
want them to mean in the moment. It's like 1984, but a little bit different. Instead of just getting rid of the words entirely from our lexicon, they're just making them meaningless. So you can use them however you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, somehow communism means bad, but Israel means good.
It's like the same thing when the Iraqis got invaded by the United States a couple of times. They call them what? Insurgents. I'm like insurgents.
Yeah,
they
were
just protecting their
insurgents.
home.
They were,
Yeah,
they're doing guerrilla warfare. They're
Right,
killing
I'm
our
like,
people.
wait a minute.
Whatever.
there are
Like,
people
we
shouldn't.
should leave then. A far right Israeli lawmaker who sponsored a bill imposing the death penalty
Which is all
for
of them.
terrorists has said that they would only apply to those who harmed the state of Israel and will exclude Jews.
What?
So, when asked about whether the law would apply to
AKA
Jewish
Zionists.
attackers, MK Limor Zohran Mamdani said that there was no such thing as a Jewish terrorist.
He is a moron.
On Monday,
Ben
Israeli
Gvir
panel-
wasn't Ben Gvir found guilty of terrorism in Israel?
Whoops.
Right. That's a
but
good
he's
one.
not. You don't see him in prison though. On
Zing.
Monday,
No.
on Monday, an
We have
Israeli
a lot
panel
of
approved.
pedophiles over in Israel.
Yeah, an Israeli panel approved the bill which introduces the death penalty for Palestinian prisoners, paving the way for its first reading in Parliament. The proposal, tabled by the National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir's far-right Jewish Power Party, would allow Israeli courts to impose a death penalty on Palestinians convicted of killing Israeli on nationalistic grounds. The legislation does not apply to Israelis who kill Palestinians under similar circumstances.
It's
So
just like
it's
I said
okay.
before. It's like it's so baffling that Israel has become the new Nazi Germany. It's
Right.
just, what the fuck?
I said before, the
Human psychology, it makes sense. It makes sense according to human psychology. This is how people are. You do
that have been traced back
Yeah.
to psychology has been always bad. During slavery, I was watching James Corbett on this when they went back to slavery and said that the psychologists of the day said they don't understand why slaves want to be free. That's just a mental illness that they have. They just need to stay enslaved. So psychology doesn't get a good rap when it comes to that.
Mm-mm.
Well, what I mean is that if you're victimized in some way, it's not that uncommon for you to then victimize others in the same way.
Right.
Well,
I
yeah.
have been saying for years now, the Jews were killed by Nazis who were Christians and then turned around and became the Nazis and started killing Muslims. That would be like if I slap Angel for no reason and then Bill slaps me. Well, what?
Well,
It had
nobody's
nothing
gonna
to do
stop.
with it,
It's,
Nobody's
it's, like, it's like Stone Cold, shaking hands with Mr. McMahon after all that. Defending
the bill, Zohran Mamdani insisted that it's very clear and unequivocal. It's a simple truth. A dead terrorist is a terrorist who won't return to the cycle of terror, she added. The Knesset member further accused ex-Israeli Army legal chief Yafiat Tamir Yarashumi, who is currently under investigation for leaking footage apparently showing Israeli soldiers raping a Palestinian detainee, of lying and deceiving the Knesset's Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee.
So he's, or she, I don't know, the person is being investigated for doing something right. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about
That double standard, you know, she'll get her mind
It's
right.
just like when Julian Assange, when he was in prison for revealing war crimes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not the people who literally tell the truth that the people who tell the truth are the ones who go to jail. The people who
They're
lie,
mad.
propagandize you, and
They're
rape
mad
and
at
pillage
this.
you, they're the ones that are becoming the leaders.
Yeah, it's like,
They're
people
mad at
think
this
they care about
individual for
freedom
this.
and truth, but no, they don't care about freedom and truth. You know, it's
So
opposite.
the quote I'm quoting here, she wanted to show the world and the public that our soldiers are rapists and immoral, and that what she did, unquote. They're mad at her for revealing this.
Oh no,
Well,
That's why
that's
they're
what the
going
truth
after her.
is. The truth is Israel are a bunch of pedophile rapists. Get the fuck over it.
and then I also
despite-
bring up.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Andrew, and I
No,
bring
no, go
up.
ahead.
So when the Mossad went after the Nazis in South America, Argentina, Chile, some innocent people died. You know what I mean? Just to get one person, but nobody talks about that because well, they were chasing somebody, a Nazi. But they got, that little free pass, like, oh, it's okay to kill 10 Argentines just to get one Nazi. Something.
After the war's already over.
Yeah,
Right,
after the
right.
war was already over.
Right.
Well, remember what Katie Miller said? If we say anything bad about Israel, we're going to get deported or whatever she said.
Go ahead, deport me, motherfucker. Send me
Despite-
back to Europe, and I will literally make sure that your life is a living fucking hell because fuck Israel.
As Cenk Uygur would say, what a weirdo.
Despite 5 soldiers facing indictments for severe abuse, unquote, in an ongoing trial into the attack, Hal Melnick insisted that Tomir Yaroyushimi framed the soldiers of Unit 100. The footage shows none of the violence she accused them of.
I wish they could just use their actual white people names. It would be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Netanyahu changed his last name.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They all got fake names.
Uh-huh.
Just use your white guy name. It makes it easier for Angel.
I guess
so there you go.
See that
let's see.
there's
Hopefully
the problem
I can go through
is
some
that
of this.
we have but like the have become so blinded to the fact that we have to suck Israel's dick, we have to be good people and treat all Jews the same. Again, it's not Jews that we have a problem with. We are not Nazis. We are literally people who are saying no. You Zionists don't have a right to go and punk out a bunch of kids who did nothing fucking wrong to you. But yet this is your excuse for fucking up kids and women and children in Gaza and Palestinians. Go fuck yourselves. You do not have a right to do whatever the fucking hell you want to do, rape and pillage just because you feel like it, because the Nazis killed you by the millions. Again, the Nazis were Christians, not fucking Muslims.
Yep.
Nah, Steph, you're an anti-Semite.
Oh, good. I will take that with a proud. I'll take that with a badge.
But look, Steph. I'll be honest with you. These Nazis that are so-called Christian, they just wanted to borrow some of that Roman Catholic, money, to enhance their whatever.
The Catholic Church has been known to do the Crusades and stuff. So
right.
No, this doesn't. The thing is, everyone was like, well, Hitler hated socialism and communism. Yeah, he did, because that would mean freedom, public owned. That's what it means. Mm-hmm. He loved capitalism. He was a Catholic. He grew up Catholic. So and they're like, no, he was an atheist. No, he wasn't.
Religion is always used for stuff like this. Like there's always religion is the facade, and behind that is material reality.
That about the USSR and Stalin. That Stalin was an atheist. Nope, Stalin grew up Jesus Christ, he was
a Muslim.
He was the really strict Christians.
So he was
anyway, he grew up Christian as well. evangelicals. I couldn't think of the name. So actually, Stalin grew up as an evangelical Christian. That's what he was when he grew up. So these guys were not fucking atheists, and no
Look.
one has killed in the name of atheism.
Hey, Steph,
Yeah.
read Kieran's second to last reply.
Under.
Women in full bloom.
Let's see. Where is? Hold on.
I'm not holding back today. I'm sick of it. Badge of honor, baby. They can suck a dick. That's right.
See, that's what happened when I come back. The tick goes a little bit.
I don't want to hold back no more. Fuck it.
Right. Well, but the deconstructing start for David, but for Steph stands for something else.
That's right.
Anyways,
I can say suck a dick or eat a dick. I guess it's the same thing.
Anyways, the U.S. Now,
What?
since they got rid of Assad in Syria, the report says the U.S. to establish military base in Damascus. So they got rid of Assad, or Assad wouldn't let him do anything. So now, it's as soon as they got rid of him, he's gone. He's off to Russia. Now they can establish a military
base. You guys should
base.
have not been celebrating when they removed Assad because
Right.
Yeah.
fucking this.
Right.
It's
But
the
they
same
have
thing.
coveted that for years. They have literally been on both sides of that war.
It's the same thing with Saddam. You know what I mean? He was that gatekeeper
Yep.
there. They didn't like him.
We
Get
also
outta here.
produced both sides as well.
Right.
So now
And it
this
might
is the
happen
excuse.
it could happen with Maduro as well. You see
Mhm.
that.
The excuse now is, according to Reuters, the purpose of the military presence will be to help enable a security deal between Israel and Syria.
Oh wow.
So this is by Dave DeCamp. The U.S. is
I
planning
think
to establish.
they confused Syria with the UAE. I guess.
Yeah, no, I don't think
The U.S. is planning to establish a
anything
military
would
base
prop
in
'em up.
Damascus. Reuters has reported. The Trump administration continues to strongly back the new Syrian government that is led by former Al Qaeda leader Ahmed al-Sharia.
Yeah, we
So this
propped up
Ahmed,
both sides in the
And now he's
Syrian
being
conflict.
interviewed by the American media or the mainstream.
Right.
yeah, but he's Al Qaeda or he's ex Al
Remember what
Qaeda.
happened
Right,
to
right.
Bin Laden was a freedom fighter
Yeah,
in the 80s, and then all of a sudden he was
Yeah.
a terrorist in the
Yeah,
Yeah,
quote
later
unquote
became a
Al-Qaeda.
terrorist.
It's Al-Qaeda of U.S.
Yep. The report says
Never
the
forget.
U.S. will establish a military presence and an air base on the outskirts of the Syrian capital for the purpose of enabling security pact that Washington is attempting to broker between Israel and Syria. The idea would be for the U.S. military to monitor a potential deal that would include the demilitarization of areas south of Damascus. Officials
Oh, look
compared
at
it to
that.
the
He's
U.S.
meeting with Trump. Oh,
The
wow.
U.S. monitoring the
sucking Trump's
ceasefire in
dick?
Lebanon, which Israel has consistently violated. The ceasefire deal in Gaza, which Israel has also been a breach of. So this is
Although remember,
al-Sharia
Tulsi Gabbard
here.
said that Trump is the peace president.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this is al-Sharia with President Trump here. The UN General
That
Assembly
dude,
in New York.
Does that dude look like an Al-Qaeda leader? I don't know, man.
Yeah,
When he's not dressed up.
Right.
he's dressed up in
he doesn't
a
have
suit and tie.
the Habib on.
Star
either.
contrast
by
to
the way,
20 years ago.
Yeah, this is an excuse. This whole ceasefire deal between Syria and Israel. The real reason, because as Trump said, we got to get the oil. We get the oil. We got to get the oil.
And Jimmy Dore's like, cut the mic, cut the mic.
Yeah,
That's the real reason why I went based in Damascus.
But it reminds me of a few years ago,
America.
or a couple years ago, when you might remember Jimmy Dore pointed out all the countries or the continents that have the U.S. bases in them. You might remember.
Right.
Yeah,
It's over 1,000. That's just the one we know of.
Yeah.
That's the one we know of. There's
and
a Syrian foreign ministry
like that,
official
Alex.
later told Syria state news agency Sana that the Reuters reports were untrue, but did not specifically deny that the U.S. would establish a military presence in Damascus. The current stage marks a transformation in the U.S. position towards direct engagement with the Syrian central government in Damascus and towards supporting the country unity while rejecting any calls for partition, the official said. Syrian defense official told Reuters the U.S. had flown to the base in military C-130 transport aircraft to ensure the runway was usable. And security guard at one of the base's entrance said that the American aircraft were landing there as part of tests.
It's a double
Previous reports.
CK, guys, double CK.
Previous reports had said the Trump administration may sign an agreement with the new Syrian government to formalize its military presence in Syria. The U.S. has been closing bases in northeast Syria, but is expected to maintain a presence at the Al Tanaf garrison in the south, which is situated in the border of Syria, Iraq, and Jordan. President Trump will be hosting Sharia in the White House on Monday, where he's expected to formally join U.S.-led anti-ICE coalition. Ahead of anti-ISIS, excuse me, I said ICE coalition. Ahead of the visit,
it's ISIL.
Yeah.
yeah,
ISIL, not ISIS, the Egyptian goddess of mother.
yeah. Ahead of the visit, the U.S. is asking the UN to lift sanctions on Sharia, which were imposed due to his history as an Al Qaeda commander, an associate of Al Bakr al-Baghdadi, the founder of ISIS. So there you go.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me to hear all of this stuff for all these years about never forget 9/11, 9/11, Al Qaeda's bad, Al Qaeda's bad, and then now they're just blatantly or okay with Al Qaeda now. They're our allies. They have been for a long time, but now it's just like out in the open and people are cool
Like
with
I
it.
said, Bin Laden was a part of the freedom fighters in the 80s. And then in 2000, when 9/11 happened, or 2001, he was the terrorist and we had to go after him. See, again, the double standard. We propped up the Al Qaeda in other countries, in Libya. Yeah, Libya. In Libya, we overthrew their government. Now, this is what's going to happen when we overthrow the government of Syria. Something else is going to take its place that's worse. So in Iraq, it was Iraq. In Iraq, when we got rid of Saddam Hussein, literally what came out of that? ISIL. When we overthrew Libya, now there's open slave markets where slaves can be bought and sold just like cattle. Again with Syria, now we're going to see something else rise up from we're going to see something else.
Libya. Don't forget Libya.
I know it, but
I said
now,
Libya.
Now, what's interesting to me is this U.S. military plan to invade Nigeria.
Yep.
Now that we found this out during the week, and I was like, I didn't know. I looked it up, so but I knew it. I knew it.
It's like that meme. Are we the baddies?
Yeah, I
we got to go after
Nigeria.
Those Nigerian princes that were looking for our wallets.
I'm thinking there's something that Nigeria is, and I knew it, but I didn't know it. So I had to look up to confirm it, and I was right.
Yeah, what are we liberating? Gold? Are we liberating gold, oil?
Draws up.
The
U.S. military draws up Nigeria plans with limited options to quell violence. American forces are able to end decades-long insurgency in Africa, most populous country, despite President Trump's orders. President Trump or Pentagon must prepare to intervene militarily in Nigeria to protect Christians from Islamic
militants. Fuck you and the motherfucking ass.
What is
you
that?
don't give a fuck about Christians. You don't give a fuck about Christians.
U.S. forces are unlikely to enable to end the decades-long insurgency that has claimed lives of clients in Africa's most populous country, the military official said. But that's not the real reason.
You don't even give a fuck about Christians in fucking Gaza.
This is the real reason. Hold on. Nigeria is the largest oil producer in Africa, with the world's fourth leading exporter of liquefied natural gas. Proven crude oil reserves, second to only Libya in the continent. By the way, we also invaded Libya. We also invaded Libya and killed Muammar Gaddafi.
Cut the mic!
They take their beautiful oil.
The country's oil sector is a cornerstone of its economy, contributing significantly to GDP, government revenue, and exchange earnings. So the Nigerian National Petroleum Company is the state-owned oil company, which, by the way, the U.S. doesn't like state-owned oil companies. So it's another reason to invade.
Why we invaded Iraq, partly, right?
Right. Yes, that's the real reason why.
Nigeria is the largest and then all of a sudden producer. It's not nationalized anymore.
Remember, this is the evidence right here. This is the evidence.
Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing. So that's the real reason why. Nothing to do with Christians being attacked, Islamic militants, and any other allegation the U.S. has. That's what it has to do with oil.
Right. And you know what's
the American?
The funny. I'm sorry, Andrew. The funny thing is that I saw years ago. I mean, well, not too long ago, the some conservative pundits. Oh yeah, this guy from Syria, he's pro LBGT. They're not gonna be hanging. I'm like, so that's your pro LBGT guy, but over here, United States, your pro LBGT
Again,
person,
stop with the identity politics.
right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's like, come
Right.
on
It's
now.
stupid.
I just
The
want to point
American
out
military-
that how they
Go
trick people here is they think we're going to get the oil and it's going to somehow lower
Yeah.
oil prices and
Yeah,
gas prices
right.
for us.
And
No,
we
you
won't
don't
see-
get the oil.
We won't
Right.
see a nickel of that. We
It'll-
won't see
at
a
all.
drop
What they'll
of
do-
that oil. We will
We
not see
steal
This is
that.
how it
oil for
works.
corporations, not you.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
This is how it works. We invade a country, we overthrow the government, put in a friendly government. They give U.S. corporations all the oil, and then it goes out in the market,
Right.
and then they sell it to the other
The
countries.
global
We don't
market,
see a
yeah,
dime. We
yeah.
don't see any of that oil.
You
At
won't
all.
see a drop of that oil.
The American,
We just pay for
American
all of the
military-
warfare.
Exactly. You'll
Yep.
pay for
We
the
just
fact
pay
that we
for it,
put
yeah.
soldiers in there. You'll pay for all that. You'll pay for the fact that we overthrew the government and we have to rebuild.
Yep, the
And
American
watch
military
that
cannot
government
do.
start to agree with all these war policies. So
Well, yeah, he has to once stay in power. The American military cannot do much to quell the violence unless it's willing to start an Iraq or Afghanistan style campaign, the official said. There's something that no one appears to be seriously contemplating.
I'll be right back.
But they said there are some available American war planners that could have limited impact on the militants. The Air Force can conduct strikes known on the compounds in northern Nigeria inhabited by militant groups. American drones like the MQ-9 Reaper and the MQ-1 Predator attack a few vehicles, even a handful of convoys. And American forces could team up with Nigerian soldiers to raid villages to root out insurgents who had ensconced themselves in the country's north.
we should mind our own fucking business. Stay out of it.
Because at the end of the day, guess who
should.
pays the price? We pay the price. The American public.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're a giant country. We have everything we need here. We could do everything
That's the
ourselves.
Absolutely.
We have.
We could be independent.
America is pretty much self-sufficient. We can grow our own food. We got plenty of our own oil. We got plenty of our own resources, nuclear plants. We can grow our own food. I mean, we really don't need to be interfering in all the world's business, all the world, But we're the world's police.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody else is going to do it. Or, these are, and the U.S. wants imperial power. That's why do you think they put U.S. military bases around the world?
Mm-hmm.
Because they want that. They want that power and influence over
Like 1,000
all
of
these
them.
other countries.
Thanks for the
1,000 of them.
These were all part of the options that officials within the United States Africa drew up this week. Why do we have an Africa command? It's AFRICOM. Why do we have that? I mean, why do we need an entire command just to focus on Africa? Like,
so we can command Africa.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, we're gonna run Africa. Defense officials said to forward to the joint staff at the Pentagon. They generated the plans after Mr. Trump's announcement over the weekend threatening military action to stop what he described as attacks on, quote, cherished Christians.
Cherished
unquote.
Christians.
But in reality, it's a campaign of violence and land disputes that have killed thousands of Muslims and Christians alike.
Right.
Groups like Boko Haram and the Islamic State of West Africa province have targeted Christians in Nigeria, along with many Muslims accused of not being devout enough. Any major military operation by the United States would likely to fail, current and former military officials said. No shit, it would fail. Nigeria has been civil war for decades. What makes you think we come in there and murder everybody is going to change anything? We can take over the oil fields, but that's what it might do. Take over the oil fields and let the Nigerians fight each other and not do anything about it. So that's probably the goal ultimately. It's not really to do a full invasion of Nigeria. It would be a fiasco. Major General Paul D. Eaton, a retired Army veteran of the Iraq and U.S. efforts to counter the insurgency there. By the way, the only time military officials come out when they're against something is when retired. Yeah. Again, this guy's retired Army. So not when they're currently in the military. They're all gun-ho, let's go fight war. Oh, when they're retired? That's bullshit. That idea. It's never going to work.
I want to point out the Julian
Assange
quote where he says, the point is not for the U.S. to win wars. The point is for the U.S. to flush money out of the U.S. tax base into the hands of the transnational defense elite or whatever he said.
Yeah, that's the truth. We're not going to win wars. We haven't won a war since World War II, arguably.
Yeah.
We didn't win Korea. We didn't win any of the wars. Grenada was a disaster. Reagan went into Grenada and had to withdraw almost immediately.
Let's
so
tear
it's
down a wall.
But we lost very expensively, which is always the point, to lose
Yeah.
very expensively.
Big time.
the,
It's
the
like when
American
Democrats
public.
would rather lose to Trump than, they rather lose to Trump than
Lose to
win with a progressive.
Yeah, with a Bernie or someone like that, or a progressive. American public cannot show much interest in repeating the Iraq or Afghanistan style military in Nigeria, he noted, nor the president beyond his recent social media posts. Any potential effort by Mr. Trump to direct the military to target Nigerian insurgents through his preferred method, airstrikes, would be likely to cause shock and awe, but more, military officials said. General Eaton likened such an effort to pounding a pillow. Current national security officials, including those with experience fighting Islamic militant groups in the West and Central Africa, said Mr. Trump's latest directive had left them stumped.
If J.D. Vance hears that quote, he'll get excited, pounding a pillow.
At least
Ew.
Let's go.
I'm
at
here.
least
hereby-
came out of this.
Do,
You know,
do.
Oh
That's a good
yeah,
one.
you
I am-
silly pillow, you.
Knock the
Mm.
feathers
I am
out of you,
hereby-
dirty pillow.
Ah!
Hey, I got 3 pillows. Stop it.
Ah, shut up!
Oh, come on. I am hereby instructing.
This player.
I am hereby instructing the Department of War to prepare for a possible action, Trump wrote on a social media post on Saturday. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was quick to respond on social media, saying, "Yes, sir."
Yes, sir. I'll suck your dick, sir.
Mr. Hegseth's office quickly directed Africa Command to send plans for a possible strike.
At least, if there was one good thing that came out of this a couple days ago, is that Dick Cheney died.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
Good
I forgot to
riddance
mention
to that
that.
motherfucker.
Oh my
And
goodness.
sucking
Wait a
dick in
minute.
I
hell,
totally
and I
forgot
don't even
about
believe
that.
in hell.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Wait a
Oh,
minute.
So,
all the
it-
liberals upset about it. Oh,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I remember
Yes,
Kamala Harris was,
Oh.
giving thoughts and prayers for the
Praise,
kids,
right.
And then Kyle Kowinski was like,
Hi.
"You don't have to do
Hi
this,
there,
Kamala."
Macy.
I'm like, Kyle, you know who she is.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a hero to us. Oh my
So yeah,
God.
Dick Cheney died. Rest in peace, rotten hell. Officials
No,
said
no, rest
officials
in
at the
piss.
command.
Rest in piss. That's what it is.
Rest in
Okay.
peace.
Officials at the command, which is based in Stuttgart, Germany, and which like much of the U.S. military apparatus, has plans for every conceivable contingency, dusted off their options for the Sahel and sent them to Washington. The new AFRICOM commander, General Dagvin M. Anderson, has a
Ugh.
previously scheduled trip to Nigeria in the next month or so. These three defense officials said the plans for the command had 3 options: light, medium, and heavy, and were intended to be escalatory. The light option, blah, 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 including the military partner enable operations, the U.S. military, State Department, government forces in Nigeria target Boko Haram and other Islamic insurgents who have attacked, kidnapped, and murdered civilians in mostly northern Nigeria, where sectarian and ethnic violence has raged on for almost 20 years. Why are we getting involved in that quagmire? Like, why do you even want to get involved in that quagmire?
It's all
Should not
about
be
the
our
oil,
problem.
baby.
But yeah, it's about the oil. That's why I want to get involved.
Yeah, I'm sure we've been
Um,
involved for the whole time, just like, secretly.
And you know what? The other thing that I kind of noticed with the United States, when it comes to Africa, the more, like, let's say Russia and China move into a country, whether it's Venezuela, Africa, and we, Afghanistan, United States, like, oh, no, hold on. China's bad, Russia's bad, but then we go out there like full flesh, sending
bomb
everything.
the shit out of that
Right.
country, yeah.
And then the next thing, we take over, but they still, no, China's bad. No, China's bad.
We
Russia,
broke-
China bad.
China.
We will break your country. We'll break your country and then leave. And it's like, oh, good luck rebuilding. By the way, let's see. The host of
They
issues.
accuse China of taking advantage of these places through like economic means and stuff. It's like, well, we blow them up. So I mean,
right?
Yeah, we just blow them up.
We blow them up and then
the
we
action
blow 'em.
would come with a host of issues. The thing is being that the violence in northern Nigeria, Sahel falls along linguistic, cultural, or religious lines. Much of it's based on land use and tenor, and it's fomented in some cases by corruption in the Nigerian government. Farmer and herders in the region have battled one another over use for decades, and militant Islamic groups have taken advantage of the distrust to push their own agenda. Boko Haram Christians and Muslims. Previous America with intelligence and security to help target the group, but balked at selling some weapons concerns over human rights abuses by the Nigerian military. I guarantee you, Trump is not going to give a fuck, and they're going to sell Nigerian military whatever they want.
Also,
Control of I want to point out the control of land is like one of the things that capitalism is like fundamentally based on.
Yes.
You need to
Oh,
control
yes.
land.
Yeah.
You can't let people use land in the commons. We have to get rid of the commons. This is part of the enclosure movement. The enclosure movement never ended. They want to
Yep.
control the land so that they control the food supply. They can control the
Right.
people, privatize
Over
all the
owners.
land, kick everyone off of their land. This
Right.
is just
Yeah.
the same shit for the past couple hundred
I
years.
can
What did I
Right.
heard on a audio
Macy-
book that I had recently downloaded that the rich have taken 30% of the land where no human, animals, or anything is allowed on there. They're keeping it all for themselves, and they're going to put us into those 15-minute cities. Here goes the 15-minute cities. You will own nothing, be happy, and eat sea bugs.
The more
hopefully
land,
Macy can
the more
fix
land
our
they
problems
hoard,
here
the more
with the
they
screen.
can raise
Um,
prices.
Also,
So my advice, Macy, is to just get rid of the cache on your phone or your TV, and
Also,
log in and log back out, because it should stop the freezing. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm talking.
besides Dick Cheney passing away, also Nancy Pelosi now she's finally retiring.
I wonder what's her reasoning for retiring now. I mean, it's like I don't think she's gonna lose re-election to that Muslim guy or whatever. I don't know his name, but he's some kind of Muslim guy keeps running against her.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. The medium option is being put forward by Africa Command. Officials said includes drone strikes on militant camp bases and vehicles in northern Nigeria. American Predator and Reaper drones can loiter for hours before striking. Other U.S. intelligence can guide specific targets, pattern, and life. But that comes with its own issues, not least being that the U.S. military in August vacated its two nearest drone bases in Agadez and Naimi, both neighboring Niger. Russian forces now occupy those bases. Whoops! Well, we left those bases. Now the Russians have them, so that's gonna be a problem. Drones launched.
We should rename the predators after Epstein.
Turtleneck. Oh, I know who you're
Drones
talking
launched-
about. Golden.
That's
Turtleneck. I love that. Turtleneck. Yeah, we're waiting for Turtleneck to drop dead one of these days. Just
Oh, I was
Well,
saying-
we
I was
covered
saying
turtleneck
Biden.
a couple weeks ago.
I think
Well,
Biden
So
might be
everyone,
next.
everyone played that video last couple weeks ago with Turtlehead falling.
yeah,
was
Turtleneck
great.
falling.
Oh, yeah.
A few weeks ago.
Biden,
Well,
yeah,
lucky-
Biden should be next, and then Turtleneck. Yep.
Turtle's lucky he didn't land on his back. He wouldn't be able to get back up. He'd need
Yeah,
help to
right.
get
He'd be
up.
like this. Little
Drones
help.
launched from
Help! I'm a turtle. I can't
Navy
get
or
up.
Algarves. Yeah, it could reach Nigeria in an hour. Military officials said, but for now, the closest known places the United States can launch drones are from southern Europe and perhaps Djibouti in East Africa, where the U.S. military is large base. Djibouti, that's like
Djibouti.
let's see,
Right.
Djibouti.
The booty.
The Nigerian government says it welcomes U.S. in targeting Islamist insurgents, but added the caveat that any action must respect Nigeria's sovereignty and its territorial integrity.
They don't give a fuck about that.
Unfor- the
That's
U-
why they're thinking about taking over.
The U.S. doesn't give a shit about that. It's like, yeah, like, oh, please, can you respect territorial integrity and
Right.
sovereignty before you do anything?
They
Thank
went,
you.
fuck you.
That's it.
They don't give a fuck
The
about
heavy-
that, because if they gave a fuck about that, they wouldn't be fucking with Nigeria.
Yeah.
This is all literally a land grab by the rich so that we can be in our 15-minute cities. You will own nothing, be happy, and you will eat sea bugs.
The heavy
Maybe I'll be
option
dead.
would be craft carrier groups into the Gulf of Guinea and to deploy fighters and perhaps long-range bombers to conduct strikes deep in northern Nigeria. But the United States is already in process of moving one of its air carriers, the Gerald R. Ford, from its deployment in Europe to the Southern Caribbean, where Mr. Trump has declared war on drug cartels. Other aircraft carriers were currently deployed in the Pacific or the Middle East or undergoing maintenance. deploying an American aircraft carrier to the region, to the Gulf of Guinea, to take on Islamic insurgents in Nigeria is not deemed to be a 2025 national security priority as recently as Friday, several U.S. military officials said. So, yeah, we're ready to invade Nigeria to help Christians, but as I established, the real reason is oil, the biggest oil
Yeah,
in
they don't give a
Africa.
fuck about those
So,
Christians.
what a
Right.
coincidence that there's Christians to protect in Nigeria.
Right.
What a coincidence, right?
And what's the excuse for Venezuela? There's a lot of Christians there, right? No Muslims.
Well, Venezuela, they don't want
Well, that's a
socialist
different
countries
situation.
to prosper because then we'll be like, well, we want that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't care about Christians here.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God, Christians rule the
Oops.
world here. Are you
What?
kidding me?
Hold on.
Well,
I
I mean,
had
we don't.
Christians tell me how bad I am because I'm Wiccan. Okay, go fuck yourself. I don't care.
I mean, the government doesn't care about Christians here. Why would we care about
Right,
them anywhere else?
well, we
They
don't
did.
care about them in Gaza, that's for sure.
They killed Charlie Kirk, right? That's their boy,
Another
Well-
one bites the dust.
right?
And yeah, and Erica Kirk has been really confusing lately.
Oh, she's gonna get with JD Vance, I hear.
She's the honey
that's the
trap.
She's
rumor
baby.
making it with
that
JD Vance.
people are
That's
spreading
the
on the
honey
internet.
trap.
But
That's the honey trap, baby.
Yeah, they're
He's
saying
gonna
she
get
wears
rid of his
she
old
wears
what do they call ball and chain. JD Vance is gonna get rid of his old ball and chain and marry her.
Yeah.
They're saying she wears the black leather pants because it reminds them of a couch.
Mm.
Yo!
Ah,
Damn!
ah,
Good
Um,
one.
Many people have said it. Many
Senate-
people.
so the Senate is so pathetic that the Senate votes down resolution to block Trump from starting a war with Venezuela. It's not an actual; it's a resolution, which is meaningless. It basically said, "Oh, please, Mr. President, don't start a war with Venezuela." Or you're going to do it
Right.
anyways? Okay, we're not going to stop you.
No,
So
we're not gonna
the
suck your
Senate,
dick for this one.
the Senate on Thursday rejected a resolution to stop President Trump from launching an attack on Venezuela without authorization from Congress. The resolution was led by Senators Tim Kaine, Ron Paul, and Adam Schiff. Failed to pass the chamber by a vote of 49 to 51, with just two Republicans, Paul and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, supporting the bill.
Mm.
So it's a resolution. It's not even binding. It's like they can't even pass that in the Senate. That's how pathetic they are right now. They can't even pass a resolution telling Trump, "Please do not go to war with Venezuela." Or you're gonna do it anyways? Okay.
Okay, I'll
Well,
suck your dick. Come here. I'll be happy
Ahead
to
of the
suck your
vote,
dick.
ahead of the vote, Trump administration officials were telling lawmakers that they don't currently have plans to bomb Venezuela. Part of a strategy is to discourage Republicans
My
from
ass cheeks
supporting
they don't have. They don't want to. Yes, they want to
supporting the
bomb
war powers resolution.
Venezuela.
That's bullshit. But according to CNN during the briefing, Trump officials still didn't rule out potential future military action.
Of course.
Mhm.
Trump officials also said they currently lack the legal justification to land strikes on land in Venezuela. But a U.S. official told CNN that the administration is seeking one from the Justice Department and doesn't plan to ask Congress for authorization.
Of course, they
So-
don't need it.
Yeah, so the U.S. is basically admitting to CNN, like, oh yeah, we're trying to find a legal justification for the bombing, and no, we're not going to ask Congress for permission.
They haven't asked
Suck
Congress
off.
for permission since fucking World War II.
Yeah,
They're not going
A
to.
clear
They're definitely going to want
violation.
to bomb. They're not going to want to put boots on the ground because they're armed. Venezuelans are armed, and Maduro
That's right.
is arming them even
Yeah.
further, right?
I
Remember,
don't think
this-
that matters. They're going to use our
this is evidence
military.
right here.
gun.
Remember?
there is, but I'll get to this in a moment, a little later. But it's probably be a proxy war with Venezuela soon, and I'll
Right.
explain why with an article. I guess a little bit later for that. A clear violation of the Constitution, which requires congressional approval, blah blah blah, which is not going to happen.
They haven't done it since
President
World
Trump-
War II.
Yeah. President Trump has sent mixed message on the potential for a war with Venezuela. He has expressed reservations over the idea of launching strikes in the country, but the massive U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean continues. The U.S. aircraft carrier and its strike group are on its way to the region. And the administration continued its illegal bombing campaign against alleged drug running boats.
I remember
New York
the reason
Times
why
reported
Trump doing
Tuesday.
all this is because this is the evidence right here.
Nothing.
And Sean, it better
President
be
Trump
a
is-
good-looking man who's stripping too.
Ah.
Suck a dick.
You didn't need
The
to
president-
say that.
That's what the
President
stripper name
Trump-
should be. Suck a dick.
President Trump is considering a potential major escalation and lead to a full-blown war in Venezuela, include bombing military targets inside the country, sending special operation forces to kill or capture Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, or sending a much larger force to capture airfields and oil
Yeah, good luck with
infrastructure, which
that.
is what that about too.
Yes.
So yeah, so we're the
We'll
Senate
get-
can't even pass. They can't even pass a goddamn resolution to
Why would
to,
they?
to
They want to
yeah,
fuck
they
with
can't
every
pass
socialist
anything.
country, and they gotta get the oil, baby. Oil, baby. Gotta suck the dick
Yep.
for oil. Baby.
It reminds me of what U.S. tried to do with Evo Morales. How that failed.
Oh yes.
That whole thing
That
with
failed.
Maduro was just literally. I mean, what the fuck?
I predict we get our asses kicked. Like we can. We'll
Like,
probably,
Venezuela-
there's a good chance
Yeah,
we'll overthrow
Maduro-
Maduro. But
Maduro is arming the entire population basically with weapons and to prepare for U.S. invasion. So it's
and they
like-
know what's up.
yeah,
Right.
so he's arming the entire population right now.
I mean, how many
this
poor
is
people have
from-
to die for the rich to be satisfied? That's the,
This
It's
is from
there's no
the.
limit. It's unlimited. There's your
I
answer.
assume this
What?
is from the American Conservative, which is a more libertarian group. It says, "Don't do it, Mr. President. U.S.-led regime change in Venezuela could worsen the problems Trump
I
promised."
mean, why you didn't waste your time with the article?
Trump didn't promise to fix anything. He literally said, "I'm going to make sure poor people owe nothing, be happy, and eat some bugs."
Mm-hmm. Lots of bugs.
Donald Trump did not
Oh, wait,
campaign on a program.
you can play the audio. I think I just saw it above.
Okay, well, give me a voice a break, and then we'll get to my other article.
Don't do it,
Yeah,
Mr.
you have a
President.
lot more voice to do tomorrow.
Justin Logan, Brandon Buck. Donald Trump
Oh, he's
did not
British.
campaign on a program of US-led regime change in Venezuela. Somehow, though, he is on the verge of doing just that. His administration has sent a Marine Expeditionary Unit to the region and now has ordered the USS Gerald Ford and its carrier strike group
I feel
to
like
the
I'm watching
Caribbean
Nat Geo.
as well. The
Yeah.
Trump administration appears to have a round chambered with the Venezuelan dictator Nicolas Maduro's name inscribed on it.
Nicolas
Because they
Maduro.
These
bad.
moves
All right, for issues, he's not a dictator.
He's
but
not
of
a
course
dictator.
This is, but yeah, but they just call him that. He's a
Remember,
libertarian.
that's who Bernie Sanders
follow a
thinks he's a dictator.
yeah.
campaign of standoff strikes against alleged drug boats allegedly headed to the United States. The administration's case for this precursor action is that they are protecting Americans from dangerous drugs like fentanyl.
Really?
This argument is
Bullshit.
flawed. Fentanyl doesn't come to the United States from Venezuela, and the boats in question
Very
do
good.
not appear to have enough range to reach the United States in any case.
Yeah,
They're-
those little
Damn.
speedboats cannot reach the U.S.
Yeah, how do you
there's
like
no-
them truth
yeah.
bombs? Huh?
Now I'll
What
say
are we
this:
doing
they'll
here?
reach to Puerto Rico, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they could get
well,
there,
that's their backbone right there.
Well, that's
Right.
not
they
United
fuck up
States, though, right?
Puerto Rico,
Right. That's the sad thing, though. Ugh.
Yeah, but that's what they want to do.
Right.
They'll say it's Puerto Rico is United States in that case, but
Right.
otherwise
Right.
they'll say it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
That's what I was like-
yeah.
Give us more reason to invade
For
Venezuela.
you, suck it, dick, baby. Mhm.
The administration's public case for its Venezuela policy is insultingly ridiculous. At an October 15th press conference, the president declared that every boat that we knock out, we save 25,000 American lives.
Really?
Considering that
Made
there
up
were only
number.
around 84,000 overdoses in the United States last year,
They're still
And
going to
that
get
they
the
have so
drugs,
far
not
blown
from
up 10
Venezuela, but
boats.
from.
they should have declared victory and come home
Canada.
7 boats ago. A cynic would observe that the administration's invocation of the Alien Enemies Act has run into legal trouble. Among the issues raised by U.S. courts is the fact that the United States is not at war. It is hardly a leap of logic to wonder whether administration officials are thinking, the courts are saying we don't have the power because we're not at war, but that could change. Taking the United States to war would be a likely remedy for that legal shortcoming. Supporters of regime change in Venezuela have invoked
Regime
the Monroe Doctrine, arguing that the United States has long intervened in the Caribbean. The historic
Excuse me.
That's
The
our
Monroe
job.
Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine is not law. It's just something President James Monroe
Right.
wrote in like the 1800s. Basically said, "Oh yeah, the Caribbean and the Americas. That's where we get to play. It's our sphere
Yeah, that's our
of
little
influence.
playground.
Yeah, that's where we get to
And we get
play
to
and
fuck
get rid of
with all
leaders
those poor people.
and do
Because
whatever
we're
we
going to
want."
bring it back to our country. And then once we perfect it on those poor people, well, we're going to start killing poor people here. If you don't do what we say, 15-minute cities, digital IDs, CBDCs, you don't, guess what? You're going to suck a dick anyway.
And
I thought it was.
historical reference
I thought it was written by Marilyn Monroe about how you don't need to shower that
Oh, no. Wait for her.
Lady in the red.
Excuse me.
He's got
is
something.
wrong here. The Monroe Doctrine was about keeping European empires out of the Western Hemisphere.
No, that's
The
made up.
Roosevelt colony
That's made
not
up.
right.
It wasn't
That's
about
not
just
correct.
keeping the European powers out of the Americas. It's about us playing, Latin America, do whatever we want, with the leaders there. It wasn't about just keeping European powers out.
was about policing Latin Americans ourselves.
Okay,
In any
okay,
case,
that's right. Okay,
The history of American intervention in Latin America ought to counsel restraint and not emulation. Woodrow Wilson's intervention in Mexico to capture Pancho Villa ended with the outlaw leader still on the lam. 2 interventions in Nicaragua bedeviled 4 American presidents over 20 years. Uncle Sam cut its occupation of the Dominican Republic short after an immediate case of buyer's remorse, but nevertheless slogged through its occupation of neighboring Haiti for nearly 2 decades. By the end of the 1920s, Washington wanted out of the business of regime change in Latin America. Presidents Herbert Hoover and Franklin Delano Roosevelt wisely retrenched from the region. They eschewed the paternalism of their predecessors, judging that the costs of intervention and occupation outweighed the supposed benefits. The White House is drawing the wrong lessons from this ignominious period of American diplomatic history. Furthermore, proposals for a forcible regime change in Venezuela, presumably through air power and covert operations, have few direct precedents in the region. Operation Urgent Fury, the 1983 U.S. invasion of Grenada, seized an island of only 133 square miles. The 1989 ouster of Manuel Noriega in Panama was assisted by the already large U.S. military presence in the small isthmus nation. The heyday of American banana wars in the Caribbean was similarly facilitated by collaboration on the ground and incremental intervention. Such conditions do not exist in Venezuela, as the country is more than twice the size of Iraq and is led by a regime that, at least for now, enjoys the loyalty of the military. If it changes Venezuela's regime, the White House risks recreating the endless wars and quagmires of the Middle East,
That's what
but
they
this
want.
time in our own
That's the
neighborhood.
point.
The size of the strike package suggests a campaign.
It's like the American conservative still has hope in Trump that he's doing what he's going to probably promise initially in his campaign.
He
But-
ain't done nothing.
Libertarians
Yeah.
are frustrating like that because they're so close to
Yeah.
getting it.
They're so close. Yeah, they're right. This article is great, but now they go into like, oh, President Trump made these promises, and we hope that he keeps them.
The
know?
scale
we're
of
gonna
President
suck his
Barack
dick
Obama's
again.
Operation Odyssey Dawn in Libya. The outcome there was chaos, civil war, and open-air slave markets.
In Tripoli,
That's
The
what I'm
administration has
Mhm.
made the strange decision to admit to a finding authorizing the CIA to take covert action inside Venezuela.
which we covered a few weeks ago.
Venezuelans will now attribute anything that goes wrong in their country to American meddling. Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez, had already blamed one earthquake on the United States. Now that an American president has explicitly authorized CIA operations in Venezuela, an otherwise outlandish claim has gained credibility. In his second inaugural address, President Trump announced that his proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. In his telling, we will measure our success not only
Yeah,
by the
peace
battles
through
we
war.
win,
War is
but
peace.
also
Uh-huh.
by the wars that we end. And perhaps
We
most
haven't ended
importantly,
any.
the wars we never get into. This promise
In fact,
is a
Trump
far
started
cry
one.
from a call for creating a Libya in the Western Hemisphere. Trump should stop listening to the hawks in his administration and recall
They
the
are
promises
all
of
hawks.
his second
No, but
inaugural.
he's the hawk. Donald Trump is the
Right,
hawk.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so this is
A hawk without no
the
feathers, baby.
He was
this
for
is
the
the
Iraq
U.S.
War.
Are these people really that fucking stupid?
Yes.
The libertarians. They're almost there, but they're not. You know, they're still
They
kind
think
of.
if they keep sucking Trump's dick and be nice to Trump and give him flowers and suck his dick just the way he wants it, that he's going to do what they want. Guess what,
So
guys?
this
He ain't
is-
going dick.
So
It's
this
like
is
when
all
people are
the
telling Jimmy Dore to be nice to the squad and not the immune, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
little bullshit. These are the U.S.-backed right-wing military coups in Latin America. This is throughout the 20th century. Looks like most of this.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dave.
I'm sorry. I'm grabbing some
Yes,
shit.
I hear like crinkling, and it's like I'm
My
about to
fault,
say.
my fault,
You're
my
doing
fault.
ASMR and we're like on the wrong show.
So let's start with Cuba 1952, Guatemala
Cuba.
1954, Haiti 1991 2004, Honduras 2009, El Salvador 1980s, Nicaragua 1980s, Panama 1989, Dominican Republic 1965, Peru 1962, 1975, Venezuela 2002, Bolivia 1964 2019, Paraguay 1954, Brazil 1964, Chile 1973, Argentina 1976, and Uruguay 1973. We
So
have
like
overthrown.
so like all of them,
On and on.
Now
We have
you're talking
overthrown-
right there, Golden.
basically
Now
all of them.
we
Right.
have overthrown nearly every country in Latin America except for like
Yes.
2 or 3, but from one
Right.
point or another.
And
We
yeah, I don't see Argentina. Do I?
so
Mm-mm.
Argentina they did in 1976.
Yeah,
They did that
1976.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
overthrow in the
10
bottom.
years before I was born.
That's everybody.
Yeah. Brazil. Let's see. Bolivia, the one in 2019 when they overthrew Evo Morales and put in that crazy white Christian woman there. I forget her name, but
We'll cool
She's down.
whatever we want. That's what
Yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
Is that the lady that
that's
got
when
caught in like a sex tape?
I think so. She
Ew.
was from Bolivia. Yeah, she's a
Ew.
crazy old Christian white woman. They
I
put in
mean, so
charge.
I heard. My friends told
Ah,
me.
so
about
you
it.
were. Yeah.
Yeah, that
You're
dog,
report again.
that dog web. Hello.
She was getting shagged by her like driver or something, her like limo driver or something.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard
That's
that.
probably her fantasy.
I mean, hey, listen.
Hey,
Maybe
getting shagged by my hotel.
Yeah, we
my
did.
Limo driver.
We did. She Natalia has a court date tomorrow, I believe, and he has a court date, or she has a court date tomorrow. So this is I'm forgetting his name.
That dude.
Yeah, why am I forgetting his
That dude.
name?
Comrade Kitty
Anthony.
from-
Anthony
sorry?
Malecki was talking about it. Comrade
Yeah,
Kitty,
yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
Malecki was talking
Comrade
about
Kitty,
it.
yeah, that's his Comrade Kitty's sister. Thank you, our sister-in-law. That is, she has
It
a
was
court date
today.
tomorrow, or it was today.
Yeah, it was today.
I don't know what I don't know what became of that court date, but I hope she's not deported because they wanted to deport her over what a license plate violation or something, some stupid reason.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Oh, I remember.
And she's
All right,
I
let me
thought she
just
was
get-
legal too.
As far as I knew, she's. I don't know whether her. I assume she had to be legal, but there was some kind of issue
Yeah.
where ICE is looking to deport anybody for any reason. So it's like,
Yeah.
Right.
oh, she committed a
Support me,
crime.
motherfuckers. I like to see it.
Oh, right. Natalia, they wanted to deport her back to Ukraine in the
To
middle of that
Ukraine,
war.
yeah.
So,
Oh God.
yeah.
And
So
she
that's
and
why.
her kids are here. Her kids
Yeah.
are literally counting on her. But I think they're with siblings right now, or not siblings, but they're with family. That's bullshit. If they try to send me back to Ukraine because I said something against Israel, fuck Israel, by the way. I mean, go for it. But my son, he's literally going to be hurt because he doesn't have his mother. They
You
don't
can
care.
deport me
Yeah,
to
thank you,
France.
Natalie.
Send me back to France.
She was
Send me
was
back
working-
to Germany. That's where my
She was
people came
working
from.
on her citizenship. Thank you. Yeah, she was working on her citizenship, and unfortunately, they caught her without a license or some kind of license plate issue, and now they wanted to deport her back to Ukraine over that. But this is what I was talking about earlier. A senior Russian lawmaker says Moscow just delivered new air defense systems to Venezuela. Another proxy war. Here we go again.
Right. Right.
Wasn't Matthew Lowe one of the guys who was running as an independent for a state or Green Party? Or am I thinking of a different guy with the last name of Lowe?
It might be. No, because this guy is on Rights for Business Insider, so I don't know if it was the same guy or not. But Russian lawmaker said Moscow recently supplied a Panzer S-1 and Buk M2 systems to Venezuela. Flight data shows a Russian plane run by a known military logistics airline landed there in late October. Venezuela reportedly requested aid from Russia last week amid heated tensions with the U.S. So here we go. Another proxy war is coming.
Yeah.
Senior ranking lawmaker in Russia told lower parliament defense committee that the Kremlin has sent new air defense systems to Venezuela as the latter comes under heightened military pressure from the U.S. While speaking to Russian news outlet Gazeta, Alexei Zumurlayov, the first deputy chairman at the State Duma Defense Committee, listed several weapons that Moscow previously supplied Caracas, including the Su-30 Mk fighters and S-300 VMs. He also mentioned that the recent arrival of a system not publicly known to be Venezuela arsenal, the Panzer S-1. According to the latest information, Russian Panzer S-1 and Bulk M2E systems were recently delivered to Caracas by IL-76 transport aircraft, Zulayov told Grazia, which published his comments on Saturday. If true, his remarks indicate further rapprochement between Russia and Venezuela amid Caracas's escalating tensions with the U.S. While it's unclear what the new air defenses were sourced, such as delivery, it also stands to affect Russian military inventory amid his ongoing war of attrition against Ukraine. Additionally, Zurairov hinted that Russia could be open to sending offensive weapons, such as ballistic missiles, to Venezuela. More proxy wars between the superpowers. Business Insider could not verify the authenticity of the lawmaker's comments. Flight radar data shows that an Ilyushin IL-76 cargo plane landed in Caracas on October 26th before flying to other Latin American countries known to be politically aligned with the Kremlin. The aircraft was operated by Ivikan Zitotrans, a Russian cargo airline sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury Department in 2023. Washington said the company is known to transport defense equipment such as rockets, warheads, and helicopter parts, and listed Venezuela as one of Avicon's Zitotrans delivery destinations. Flight data shows that the IL-76 returned to Caracas on October 29th, where it stayed about a day for flying to Havana. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at another proxy war. That's what we're looking at right now. This goes longer, but I think you get the point, you know what I mean? We're looking at another proxy war.
Finish your Ukraine one first, and then you can have another one for dessert.
Yeah, you might as well just let them eat whatever they fucking want and then throw it up later.
No, and the funny thing is this, right? So when Russia took, invaded Ukraine, quote unquote, whatever it is, nobody's gonna say anything about us invading Venezuela.
No.
Yes, there will be people like me screaming at the top of our lungs, "Leave them the fuck alone!"
Right,
yeah,
right.
We will.
No,
but
you guys, right. But the mainstream was like,
they're socialists, so they need to be killed.
Not on our border, not bordering us, as opposed to Ukraine bordering Russia.
So basically, the Russians are basically helping Venezuela with, and eventually they might even give offensive weapons to Venezuela. If that's the case, there's another proxy war. We're doing the same thing in Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine, and we're giving Ukrainian government weapons and tanks and whatever to hold them back. Now Moscow's like, you know what? Let's do the same thing in Venezuela. If they invade Venezuela, we'll do the same. We'll give them weapons, we'll give armor, we'll give logistics, we'll do whatever. So it's two proxy wars now. We're starting. For no reason.
And I want to see the liberals.
Trump is starting wars.
Right. And I want to see those people that are for Ukraine. I want to see them for Venezuela. But you're not going to see that.
No way.
We can't. We're no longer in a position where we can bully the whole world like this anymore. That's disappearing. The fact that we're what's going on with Russia and Ukraine. We can't just push everybody around anymore. Everybody knows what's up. The whole world is going to start allying against us. It's the beginning of that.
It's like we're in World War II, only now we're with the Axis powers. We're not with the good guys, you know.
And here we go with the big news.
So,
Oh,
our
jeez.
Rockstar Games has announced Grand Theft Auto 6 will now release on Thursday, November 19, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time, but we realize it has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with a level of polish that you come to expect and deserve.
Oh, that's an extra year.
Yeah.
It's
extra months. That's
my
an extra
question
year.
is, why is it releasing on a Thursday of all days?
We want to thank you again for your patience and support
Because
while
they
the wait a little
fuck
longer.
with you.
We are incredibly excited for players to experience the sprawling state of Leonida and the return to a modern day Vice City.
I think
Sincerely,
it's
Rockstar
pronounced
Games.
Leonida. I think that's how it's
Leonida.
Nerd.
Okay.
Don't say it anymore.
Le'Veon Bell asks, "Bro, you're not going to give us the game at all, are you?"
Oh, that's a
Pretty much no. They're just gonna fuck with you and fuck with you and
Yeah,
fuck with
and,
you.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure you heard what the controversy of Rockstar Games and the union workers lately.
Yeah, so Rockstar allegedly, fired 40 workers or 60 workers because they were trying to start a union. So they terminated those workers, and then there's a lot of frustration at Rockstar with that. And it's like,
is that legal?
Oh, no,
yeah.
No, it's technically it's
technically no, but
no,
I mean
yeah.
they get away with it by saying,
yeah.
well, these employees we didn't want anymore.
Because I always tell at the end of the day, regardless if you're in California, New York, pro labor, they at will. They still at will states.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they can fire you. Now they've made it so easy for corporations. They can fire you, and they don't even have to tell you why now.
Right.
So they can just say,
hold on.
It's not because you were doing a union, it's because we don't need your apprentices anymore.
Yeah. This guy said I called off May 26, 2026, and now GTA 6 is delayed November 19th. So, hey, I loved it.
Yeah.
I had a
goddamn
plan.
Gonna have to call off again in a year.
Yeah, here's the thing with GTA 6. I mean, it's getting to a point where it's like they gotta. Allegedly, I've been reading about this. Allegedly, the game is done, but they're afraid for it to become their Cyberpunk 2077. So they want a year to polish the game. Apparently.
Oh, so remember, Rockstar were involved in the crunch issue with RDR2.
Yeah, they were. There was a major crunch.
But it's just so frustrating. They announced it was coming in May 2026, and Sal Stronach's like, "Oh yeah, we're confident it's going to release May 26." Now it's November 19th.
Nope.
And
I agree, Natalie. If I could just say this real quick. So I agree, Natalie. The right to work was literally just a right to for them to put more restrictions on you so that you couldn't work. Like they're doing this in the UK. The right to work, well, you have to have a digital ID. No, fuck you. I have a fucking birth certificate that shows that I have a right to live here and have the same exact rights as everyone else. And if you don't like that because you're going to make me go get a digital ID, you can go fuck yourself. You can go suck a dick.
The workers should grab the higher ups and pull them out of the building and then throw them to the side and then get in the building and then drive the company themsells.
Well,
that's a good idea. But what's interesting? About? Oh, go ahead.
The right to work thing reminds me of when Hillary was talking about. She was like, "Now, having said that, why am I not 50 points ahead of Trump?" Remember when she did that?
Yeah, she melted. She crashed out there a little bit.
Even though it's set, Jason Schreier, a reliable game journalist, said that Rockstar, for the reason for the delay, didn't have to do with the protests and all that stuff. It said that it wasn't due to that. So,
they claim that it was nothing to do with that. They fired 40 workers who are trying to unionize. Allegedly, it's like
they should beat up the bosses like a prostitute that they don't plan on paying.
That's a good idea. But if the entire studio were to walk out on strike, that would put so much pressure on Take-Two and Rockstar to actually come to a deal with them, because when they announced this delay for another year, their stock price took a big hit for Take-Two. So, which is why it's like, imagine if they walk out and say we're not finishing this game until you give us what we want. They have a lot of power right now. If they really wanted to walk out,
they better give us trailer 3 next week, like they did with trailer 2 after they. first delayed GTA 6. So
Right, and
Rockstar-
can Rockstar be like, okay, you guys walk out, they'll exercise that H1B1 visa, whatever the hell, and then just bring other people from other countries.
Well, they could do that. They could because the
Get that tax
administration
break.
would help them with that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, isn't that
Rockstar
funny that
announced.
they literally can't go after the people who employ the people that are supposedly taking our jobs? They always go after ICE always raids and rapes and pillages the immigrants, but they never go after the
Right,
employers.
the
Isn't that funny?
Rockstar Games announced on Thursday that Grand Theft Auto 6 will be launched November 19th, 2026. The open world sequel set in fictional Leonida by 6 months from its prior May target to ensure high polish. A decision follows recent firing of 40 employees over alleged leaks, drawing union-busting accusation and protests to Interactive offices. Take-Two
Okay, it's
stock
6
fell as
months.
much as
Okay.
yeah, it stock fell as much as 18% after the news, while fans voiced frustration online over the extended wait since GTA 5's 2013 release. So their excuse is alleged leaks. Like they fired people for leaking, but at the same time, it's like but at the same time, we're trying to unionize on you. So it's like what a coincidence,
and like
right?
I said before, like why release it on a Thursday? That's just so weird. Not on a Tuesday or Fridays. Thursdays.
It is a little questionable release on a Thursday.
It's usually on a Tuesday, but I guess what happens is that they test the run because on a weekend they
Oh
get
yeah, that meme. That building.
Yeah, GTA 6 Productions. Look, don't be surprised, and this is a prediction. Hopefully, I'm wrong. We might not see this game in 2027.
It's not a prediction, but it's a spoiler.
Yeah, we might not see this game in 2027 because Rockstar does this before. They put, oh, we're definitely coming out this game. They delayed RDR2 twice, so they have a history of just delaying. They're putting out definite release dates and then they're delaying it 6 months or delaying it 6 months or a year. You know? So it's like their excuse is always, well, we got to make sure the game's polished. It's like, do you really need 8 years to develop a game? I mean,
What does polished mean? Because that's not a big that's not like long word. What does they gotta explain that?
oh, this tweet is just hilarious. When GTA 5 was released, I was 14. Since then, I dropped out of school, got arrested, smoked crack, got arrested again, gone to rehab, started doing blow, got arrested again, got sober, got 1 million subscribers, made a weed brand, crashed my car, made a podcast, crashed my car again. And we still do not have GTA.
He's
6.
living.
Not
He's
even
living
excited
GTA.
anymore.
What does he need GTA?
Yeah,
6
literally,
for?
he's living. Yeah, he's living
living
GTA. Mike says, "Stop fucking announcing release dates. So you're on positive you can deliver."
Yeah, that.
Well, here's the thing. They will continue announcing dates because it brings their stock price up, especially when the game comes closer to release. So that's why they announced definite dates. That way, yeah, the stock price goes down now, but right before release, it goes way up because like holy shit, it's GTA 6. It's gonna make a shit ton. So no matter how good, no matter what, the game's gonna make money. So it's like.
And I want to emphasize that one of the reasons why we're talking about this in this game is that the video game industry is actually the #1 entertainment. I think it surpassed movies, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You know what I
That's
mean?
because with the
It
movies, it's the
passed
same old
movies.
fucking movie, just different
Right.
actors and actresses.
Yeah.
You know,
I like the rise of indie games, the indie game companies that are giving.
Oh yeah, no, the indie games are good.
Well,
I like
well,
the
like,
the boomer
like-
shooters that are coming back.
Yeah.
like
I hate the
Raiders.
fact that the Saudis just bought EA because I really like Sims 4.
Yeah, the Saudis did buy EA. I read about that Mass Effect
Yikes.
release. I mean, they haven't really announced anything. I don't think. Mr. Beast says gaming channels are dead for longer now. I mean,
Mr.
don't worry
Beast
about it,
He
Mr.
turned out to be a fraud though, so
Yeah, I've heard.
A
I've
frog?
heard.
yeah.
Fraud.
Ribbit.
Fraud.
Ribbit.
Rockstar, Genuine Evil, Bus
Yeah,
Simulator
this was from
27.
supposed to be a real developer from Rockstar.
Yeah, allegedly. I can't really see much of this. I mean,
Yeah.
Woo, that's really small.
yeah.
That's
So
what she
basically,
said.
there's Rockstar's. Rockstar's very evil.
That's
Here's
what
the thing,
JD
they're-
Vance wife said.
The
Oh,
Now, apparently, according to this anonymous Rockstar, they're worried about crunch because they're gonna have to crunch. This game is not. It's about a year away, and allegedly, what I've been reading from reporters is like, oh, the game is ready, like the main story and stuff is ready, but they want to polish it. Like, it doesn't take a year to polish a game. I don't
Right,
think.
right.
I mean, I'm not a developer, but
That's
I don't
probably
work
when
on
you
games,
should.
but-
Need a
You
lot
should
more work
probably.
on it. Don't say polish. Just say there's still a lot more work to be done.
Yeah, this
I mean, it
polish
sounds
stage
like
is
you're
when you
trying to
should
polish
maybe
the
announce.
game. Wax
Announce your
on, wax
date.
off.
Announce your date right before it's like almost finished. Like this polish stage is when you can announce your date.
It's frustrating because people got to wait a year for you because they're insisting the game's already done. Like, they completed the game, they completed the main story, everything is filmed. That they want to polish it because they don't want to be Cyberpunk 2077. They're scared to
Or
death of that.
Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like I said, wax on, wax off.
Oh,
the
that
other-
that reminds me.
Yeah.
Maybe they want to have more time to add in more like microtransactions and bullshit. Maybe that's what it is. Speaking
Oh,
of
digital
Next-
ID. Beep.
Well, that would be for their
This-
online component, not for single player.
Take Two online component is full of like microtransactions and purchases and stuff. I played
Get that
online.
crypto while you can.
So I go back to what Bill was saying about independence. So I could only think, right? So there's an independent game, all created. So I could only think that they don't want to fail that much, where there's an indie game that people will jump in and not go back to GTA.
Mhm.
And then even if GTA, let's say they say, okay, it's gonna take 6 months for us to be like the best game, they cannot afford those 6 months. Those 6 months are
No, not
billions of
an indie
dollars.
developer.
Versus let's say if people start jumping on these indie games, because there's a lot of good indie games coming. I mean, All Greatest is like the talk of the town these days. You know what I mean?
To answer
Uh-huh.
a Gold Monarch's question, no, Rockstar are not Rocksteady 2.0 because they're not the ones who made the Suicide.
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
Right.
Here's the thing with
Yeah,
Rockstar.
Rocksteady's the company that made the Batman Arkham games.
Right.
No,
That they
Yeah,
I
done.
was thinking of the
But-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles villain called Rocksteady.
Yeah.
But that's a good point that David made because Take Two just lost 18% of their stock. They don't care because it's like where they're multi-billion-dollar corporations, so they're fine.
Right.
A small
Also,
developer
remember-
can't afford a 6-month
Remember,
delay. So-
Bethesda announced Elder Scrolls 6
Right.
way back in 2018, and we still haven't heard anything more about that game since.
Right, yeah, I saw those memes. It's like, hey, I mean, all we got was this poster about Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
6, and we've got nothing since then.
The
Yeah.
scrolls
And,
are going to be even
Bethesda-
more elder by the time it comes out.
Ooh.
But
Har, har,
Bethesda,
har.
By the time
Bethesda released a bunch of games since then. They haven't even announced anything on the goddamn.
And Starfield turned out to be a fucking failure, which game
Yeah.
that was good for it.
yeah, it's like by the time we get
Jacqueline says,
another Fallout game, there'll be
Yeah.
like 4 Fallout series.
The modders
Yeah.
are doing a much better job than Bethesda, and that's just
oh yeah,
sad.
yeah, the modders. My daughter used to play original GTA when they were younger. I told her, misogynistic pile of crap. Well, that's the whole point of the games. Unfortunately, they're more like, I mean, they're supposed to be a parody of what's going on in society right now. Which, trust me, Rockstar will have a field day of what's going on in today's society in GTA 6.
Oh, absolutely.
They will have a field day with it, with social media and with these influencers and who's the president right now. It's just a Trump era, so they're definitely gonna have a field day with this game. It's gonna be hilarious. I get the feeling.
They might have an
But-
event similar to what happened with Charlie Kirk. So
Oh shit!
They
Dang,
could- they
man.
could add- they could add-
That could
Oh,
be.
the right wing will have a meltdown. They put anything near
Yeah.
what happened to Charlie Kirk in that
Rockstar, you
game.
fucking cocks! How could you do
Yeah.
something like that? They don't give a shit about you.
hmm
Nobody
Right.
does.
They'll have a fake chump like, hey, we gotta kill people, and it's not about the oil.
Having
So,
the
yeah,
chuds, having the
Yeah.
chuds boycott you is like one of the best things you can have happen to you. If
That's
you
where
get
you tell them to
boycotted,
suck a dick, and you're wrong because we know why the government really wants all this shit. It's literally to kill poor people.
Well, there's a lot of suck dick in GTA on the low.
I'm sure there is a lot of dick sucking in
Yeah.
Aren't there a lot of prostitutes?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But you guys start with $1 million though. They cost money.
This
Oh
is
well,
interesting.
I'm sure you ain't sucking dick for free, baby. Come on.
So everybody's been
Not like
dunking
poor
on
people who
Rockstar.
suck dick for free, you know.
Everybody's been dunking on Rockstar since the delay, and the Guinness World Records even like the current record for long period for a video game, 14 years, officially announced on the 20th
Oh
April
yeah.
1997 by developer 3D Realms. The first Nukem Forever was finally released on June 10th, 2011.
Yeah. What a disaster that game turned out.
And that was terrible. That game was awful. I mean, I played it. Oh, this is brutal. But yeah, I mean, that's the record. 14 years, 43 days. And Rockstar is quickly approaching that. How long? When did they announce the game? Like 8 years ago at this point, or whatever.
Well, no, they officially announced it. Well, to Sam Hauser, the guy who runs Rockstar, he said, we're excited to announce the trailer
Baby,
for
you're a rich man. Baby, you're a
for
rich
GTA
man.
6 for trailer for December 2023, and that's when they officially announced it. The trailer.
Baby,
like
you
that,
can drive my
It's
car.
like that
But it has
Guns
to
N'
be-
Roses
Yes,
album
I'm
that took
gonna
like 20
be a
years.
star.
Yes.
But I would assume have been development for years before then. So
Well, yeah, they've been working on it for years. But I'm just saying the official announcement.
Right.
Baby,
Yeah.
I love you.
Let's
maybe-
go.
Hey, maybe Axl
So-
Rose is working for them. Remember that
Axl
Rose?
Guns N' Roses album that took like 20 years to come out? Maybe he's working at Rockstar now.
The only Guns N' Roses song I know is "Sweet Child of Mine."
He had an album that took like 20 years to make.
Paradise City?
get rid of that.
Yes, yeah, it took a
You
long
don't know
time.
Welcome to the Jungle or Paradise City? You haven't heard of it?
Jungle.
We got
fun and games.
Dang. Damn, yeah.
I do know Paradise City.
Well.
Down to Paradise
Which one,
City where the
GTA was that one,
and
Alex?
the girls are pretty.
Alex.
What were you saying, Dave?
No, but GTA.
Yeah.
That one was It was on one of the
Welcome to the Jungle.
right.
It was in San Andreas.
Welcome to the jungle.
Damn. God damn, that was like 2 years ago, was it?
Yeah,
Just about 20 years ago.
it was about 20 years
Hey,
ago.
don't
I guess.
outdate us,
21
okay?
years ago. 21 years
38. It's at 38, and probably the last one do have to go. So it's like
Yeah.
we're a little past time here, but that's all right. So
We had so much fun.
unfortunately, GTA 6 was delayed again, so that gives me that a year to get a PS5. So
Yeah, I was going to
Full
say,
calendar year.
all right, I forgot that. Yeah, it gives me even
PS5?
longer. Yeah,
What the
PS5.
hell would you want a PS5 for?
well, the game's not coming out for PC.
Like GTA 6,
Oh.
duh.
Well, let me just tell you something about PS5s from the other side. Okay, I've taken these fuckers apart, and do me a favor, clean them motherfuckers. And I don't mean just take little parts off. No, take the whole fucking thing down and fucking clean them, because I guarantee you you're gonna find bugs in your PS5, and I don't want to find. I'm like, creepy crawly.
No, can we eat them?
No,
Yeah.
ew.
So,
What I was
I
going to
guess
say,
you want to.
now it'll give me even, I definitely don't have to buy a PS5 anytime soon, even longer now. So,
Well,
yeah.
they're going down. I think someone said they were what, $500, $600 now.
No, they
Yeah,
still
the
up because of the
prices-
tariff. They
the
still
tariff.
up.
Oh,
They
So-
still
I don't know.
up.
I just fix
Red
them.
Dead-
I don't buy them.
I'm PC Master Race.
RDR2
I'm part of the PC
RDR2
Master
has
Race.
become the fourth best-selling game of all time. So,
still
by
the,
the way,
best,
fantastic.
still the best story in any video game to date.
Yeah, I love it, but I
Sounds
haven't
like a
finished it
Western
yet. I've
movie.
been.
How have you
It's
not
like
finished
Clint
it yet?
What?
The horse,
It's like an 80-hour game. Like, I
the
haven't
horse
finished it. I mean-
testicles, they
Yeah, the horse.
shrivel. The horse testicles
horse
shrink when it's
testicles?
cold.
What?
yeah. They,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not playing the game. All right, it just looks like
Yeah,
Clint
Rockstar
Eastwood in a
actually
movie,
put
you
the
know?
And then you can
Talk about
press
old
number
Civil
for a
War.
little bit. But
Jacqueline isn't wrong here, but people who are having trouble affording rent food are now being coerced into buying laptops, phones, and PlayStations.
Right,
You're not wrong
because-
there.
Yeah, no, you're not
right.
wrong, and here's
Right.
why, Jack. Because Jacqueline, excuse me.
the
Jackie. Can I call you Jackie?
no.
Here's what's wrong with this, because
Oh,
everyone's
Jackie.
panicking about Windows 10. Oh my God, Windows 10 went out. Windows 10 went out. Yes, it went out, but as long as you use it sparingly and you use it and Think on your feet. Remember, don't call any numbers back. Take it from a good computer technician. Do not call any numbers back that you don't know. Remember, even if it seems legit, it's not. Microsoft is not going to call you. You have to call Microsoft, and you will know exactly why you're calling Microsoft, okay?
Yeah.
So if you have to contact Microsoft, it would be like me contacting Angel saying, hey, Angel, I think there's a virus on your computer. And you're like, what? Yeah, I wouldn't know. How would I know? I'm not psychic. I am, but, that's for a different show.
Well, last time I called Microsoft, it sounded like I was calling 7-Eleven, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for going.
They've outsourced.
Right.
Unless you call me, and then I'm your technical support, baby. I'd be like, what's wrong? Oh, okay. Yep, bring the bitch in.
Yeah, well, RDR2 is like 80 hours, and right now I'm kind of at chapter 3 or whatever, and I'm still, I forget what city it is, but
an 80-hour game when he's got shit to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why I don't play.
Yeah, but
I
mean,
don't play
it
as
came
often.
out. Was it 7 years ago? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I had it for my PS4, and then the PS4 broke. I just bought it for the PC recently, so I've been playing it out of there. But
I don't know much about. I do know how to take PS4s apart, but don't ask me to fix them because I don't. I'm taking them apart though.
Well, Steph, so what's the biggest issue about those PS5 again?
Okay, so the major issues with the PS5s are the HDMI ports are fucked. Like they're very flimsy. So we have a lot of people come in for HDMI soldering. A lot of people saying, oh, it's not staying on. Well, it's because there's like 3 inches of dust, 3 feet of dust in the damn thing.
Well,
of course, there's the creepy crawlies. They get in there too.
3 inches of dust. That's like Dick Cheney soon.
Oh, bam!
Sony does tell people to clean you have to clean your systems like regularly. Don't just leave them dirty, but of course people leave them dirty, so it's like,
and people
that's
leave
why
them dirty
issues.
and they don't. I the first thing out of my mouth is, when the last time you had this clean? And they're like, never.
Right.
So you got a PS5 knowing that you should clean this motherfucker. And because I had one guy, he's like, well, I opened the fan part and the fan was kind of dusty, dirty, but I literally, this is what we do. We literally get down to the nitty gritty. So when we take a PS5 apart, we're not just going to take the fan out and, no, we motherfucking literally disassemble the whole fucking thing. I mean, down to the fucking motherboard. And then we're cleaning out both sides, and we're cleaning out the fan. We're cleaning out, basically the motherboard, the metal part that sits on the motherboard.
Sister board, motherboard.
You have to be very careful with the motherboard, especially with that liquid. I also heard that liquid metal that they have in there for the thermal paste, what they quote unquote call thermal paste.
It's a Terminator.
Yeah, well, now it's leaking. I don't know. I had one guy say it's leaking. I went, I don't know if it's leaking, but it just bring it in, okay?
NVIDIA is in some deep shit right now with Palantir or whatever that company's name is.
Yeah, NVIDIA is dropped, like what their stock price has dropped 20%. It's a big drop. And it seems like that AI bubble is starting to blow because a lot of these companies are doing this, the stock price.
Jacqueline, you can take the battery out of a laptop, but you have to take the bottom off. So you'd have to turn it over. You have to undo the screws and pop off the bottom part. And then you have to detach it from the motherboard. It's a process. I know because older laptops, you just pop the battery out and boom,
pop the battery
you
out.
Just do that.
That's it.
But a lot of, especially HPs, I know a lot of Dells and even Lenovo's too. By the way, I just want to say this really, really fast. Stay away from Lenovo IdeaPads and Yogas. They are very cheaply made. Their motherboards are cheaply made. And I can't tell you how many Yogas and how many IdeaPads I've had in where the motherboards just go out completely. Anyway, getting back to that. Yeah, they've taken the batteries from externals to literally internals where you literally have to pop off the bottom and you have to detach it from the motherboard. So I actually did that to a laptop the other day and I power cycled. So you detach the battery, you push the power button because sometimes the battery will hold on to too much excess power and your computer cannot boot. It won't boot. Like it will just act like it can't boot at all. So once you release that power by hitting the power button for say 30 seconds, it'll come back. It should come back on. If it doesn't, well, then there's other issues that could be there.
Yo, let's go. Angel in the afternoon. We got every motherfucking expert. Let's go.
That's right.
That's what I was just talking about. That NVIDIA was just partnered with Palantir.
Yes. So
that stock
big.
price is going down. So.
That I don't know. I don't know about NVIDIA.
And the video. Let me tell you something.
NVIDIA, yeah, thank you.
Video.
Yeah, that's
I just know
something
they have very
to...
good high-powered video cards.
This NVIDIA,
and they ain't cheap. Let me tell you.
This NVIDIA El Salvador Planetier partnership, whatever
it's probably something to do with the chips.
It's a bigger story.
Cheaper.
It's a bigger story. Something I get into next week.
It's always about cheaper shit and. That's what I'm saying. So I was going back to Windows 10. So yeah, Bill Gates is making everybody buy new computers because older computers, older than let's say,
boycott NVIDIA.
It's 2017, but it has to be a certain Intel processor or AMD processor that can go up to Windows 11. So just to make a long story short, Windows 10, you can still use it. Okay, take it from me. I'm a technician. You can get the extended warranty. I don't know, or the extended security updates for like a year. I'm not sure if that costs any money. I heard some that it doesn't, some that it does. So I don't know. You would have to figure that out, or you'd have to learn more about it. You can learn when you can use Windows 10, but use it sparingly on the internet because you're more susceptible because you don't have those security updates coming in. But I mean, remember that you can still use this. You don't have to, if you don't have the money for a new computer, don't fucking waste your time and energy if you can't afford one. Right. Use Windows 10, use it smartly. You know, don't click on anything that you know that it's too good to be true. It usually is. If anything comes popping up saying call this number, do a Control-Alt-Delete, sign out, sign back in, and that should disappear. Don't call any numbers back. Any good technician should tell you this. Another thing a good technician will tell you is nothing is ever 100% secure. If someone says that a VPN or anything is 100% secure, they are fucking lying. They're trying to get you to buy that shit.
What if, say, hypothetically, someone would wanted to watch a sex tape from a former world leader?
Don't get on the internet at all. Make sure it stands alone, and make sure your curtains are like down. Make sure you're blind. Make sure your doors are locked, your windows are closed and locked. But I wouldn't get on the internet.
And I'm not sure if you guys are in tune with this 3A Atlas, whatever's going on. Watch that shit there. Then you'll be all right.
Watch AI because AI will come back and bite you in the head.
Yeah, AI is gonna kill us all. But yeah, I mean, let me see one more thing. That meme going around that this came out before GTA 6. It's like okay, it's like GTA. You're clowning yourselves now, Rockstar. You got to release this game. Yeah. But another thing. Good night, Jackie. Thank you for checking us out.
Jackie, you're very welcome. Like I said, if anyone has any questions about your computers, you can DM me on, and I'll try to get you an answer. If I can't get you an answer, I'll Google it.
We're still live, Macy. I don't know why you're having such issues with the live feed, but we're about to go off the air now. So if you want to go back and watch what you missed, you can by all means. But I'm sorry you're having issues with your video.
I'm predicting the AI is going to lead to a world of big titty anime Terminator robots driven by AI.
Would you get big titties out of your head? It's sucking dick.
Wait a minute.
Everybody's got to suck a dick. All right.
My birthday's coming up, and then,
that's the problem. Like, have you seen the animes now? Seen animes like Chobit? Chobits. There's another one where humans fall in love with robots and they forget about the humans that they actually were married to and in relationships with. I mean,
I think that's
the thing is that's actually happening now. It is happening. There's a guy that fell in love with a robot and literally has a girlfriend and a daughter and forgot all about them. Well, guess what? I hate to break this to you, but the real titties are still in. I got some. All right.
No. So the thing is this with Steph.
There you go, 40.
I'm right, but the thing with Steph. No, at the end of the day, I think we come to a point where people don't even know what the hell is real.
Yeah. They'll fall in love with robots, and the human race will just out of existence.
I'm looking
Yep.
for
So
I'm
with
looking
that-
for a female robot. Let's go.
There you go. Well, with that, we have to leave it there. It's like 9:25, and we live
Oh
over
man,
time.
we had a
But
good time.
yeah, I mean, I
think
want
we're
to
having a
thank
great time.
Deconstructing
you.
Topics Dave. Check him out down there. Bill,
Check him
Alex,
out.
and Witchy,
Check him out.
and me. So we do have to go. Unfortunately, I
Check
can't do
him out,
anything
too.
else. So thank
Thanks,
you very much
everybody.
for
Talk tomorrow, right?
enjoying the show. Like and
Yes, tomorrow,
subscribe.
8:00.
All right, I'll be
Tomorrow, Pro Wrestling Talk, 8:00.
Yeah, like it, hit like everyone.
And Sunday,
Yeah,
I
hit
will
that
see
like.
these two, Bill, which is he's way over there. Oh, he's way over there. Somewhere. And Angel Rivera will be with me up here.
I'll
Sunday,
have to
I'm
get
gonna
back to you
record-
for the. I'll have to get back to you for that. I might be
Okay.
able to.
All right. So Sunday we're gonna have a special edition of Nobody Beats Kurt Hennig Nobody, which will come out at the end of November, beginning of December. Where I'm gonna have the lovely Angel Riviera, maybe Bill too. We're gonna watch old clips and we're gonna talk about wrestling.
Yep. So there you go. So look forward to that. They'll be coming out probably in the end of the year.
We're all
she
on
said.
Twitter. You can follow us on Twitter.
Follow us
Yeah,
on
all our
Twitter.
Twitter
If you have any
handles
questions
are
about
down
your
there.
computers, feel free to DM me. Same thing.
Don't forget
So yeah, I want to thank.
the clips, Angel.
Yep.
Okay.
9:00
Well,
for clips.
yeah, I want to thank everybody for watching. Make sure I can subscribe. We'll be back next Friday for
And
Angel
suck
in
a
the
dick,
Afternoon.
everybody.
And there's one more.